Lauren, just want to quickly double check. Your HP is 60, AC is 15, passive perception 17, yeah?
No, but yes.
Okay. Maybe move the mic not inside your mouth, but just in front of your mouth.
Fine,
Right.
be that way.
So, Luskan being a port city on the northwestern coast of Faerun, summer has arrived. The sun beats down on the city, much like a blacksmith hammering an anvil. The air is muggy, the heat is enormous, and latitude has settled over the city of Luskan. The people spending their times drinking, gambling, and mostly being unproductive. Those that can, having taken to the sea just to get away from the oppressive heat. The Luskan Harbor being what it is, the water there being, well, almost thick enough to walk on some days. You guys have all been just relaxed. I mean, with the way the weather has been, staying outside in the markets and on the streets for any length of time is just, in general, a terrible, terrible. So, in 2 weeks' time, you gentlemen will be attending a ball. Looking at the invitation, wonderful little invitation printed on white cardstock, golden letters, which you strongly suspect were made with actual gold in some fashion. You have been cordially invited to attend the event. Formal evening wear, no weapon. So, what would you gentlemen?
Can you wear armor underneath the formal wear?
That would be quite tricky. I mean, you can
Mage
certainly
armor,
try,
bitches.
but I don't know if they're gonna let you in like that, but you can certainly try.
Well, we could maybe craft, like, I don't know, leather armor that looks like a silk shirt, but I think that's going to be expensive.
Yeah, fancy materials.
If it's a big ball for like the criminal underworld of the city, then we probably don't need weapons. There will probably be plenty of guards. Hans is wilting in this midday sun.
Hunt sounds like he's wilting. Actually, let me drop the map for you guys. So everybody see that?
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, the event...
I just, have, a straw hat to shade me, just because I'm also fucking dying in the heat, because I'm a fucking bugbear.
Yeah, that fur is doing you no favors at the moment.
I mean, it's not too bad, because the fur is also somewhat cooling me down, just because the heat doesn't get through the top layer. But it's still very uncomfortable because of my own body.
Mm-hmm. The address given for this little sortie is going to be at the Tower of Kurth, which has recently been purchased by your boss, renovated. The top floor of the building having been almost entirely replaced with stained glass windows, leaving a nice, open, airy space, which should prove to provide some relief from the worst of the heat being somewhat higher up off the ground, so that a bit of a breeze will be able to cool the evening's entertainment. Also, it being on an island makes it very secure. So, I'm assuming does Hans have any formal evening wear to attend?
Yeah, a multicolored poncho.
Okay. And what about Nox?
You're a very standard, dusty old suit.
I'm sure you guys are going to make a wonderful impression. And Lauren and Cole, you guys good?
Yes, Colbert.
Yeah.
Think of a bugbear in, just a nice black suit, basically, except, bugbear shaped.
Tell me where exactly you found a tailor to make you a suit, mate.
Well, I mean, there's tailors here, right?
Oh yeah, but you're also a bugbear.
I'm sure I have enough money to keep people silent.
Okay. I love the fact that out of all of you,
Money
the actual fucking beast man is the only one who's getting himself a proper suit made.
Well, I've got fine clothes, so
I'm just telling the
Good.
price, and I'll pay it.
No,
Suit
that's fine.
cost.
I just find it amusing that the two elves, well, Ling and
I
elf
mean-
both just like poncho.
I mean, I had kind of assumed, being a gourmand, that I already had a pretty, like, not like too fancy, and I'm not like talking black tie, but I'm talking about kind of casual-ish, or because I'm gourmand, so I usually wear that if I'm going for a nice dinner.
Probably, yeah. Okay. Anything else you gents want to do, or can we skip right along?
No. Like,
Yeah, right.
yeah, Cole would spend most of his time, like, doing the day doing nothing. Probably
I just
sleeping,
want
because fuck
to
fuck.
reconfirm. Cole lives at Hans's house.
Well,
Stealing.
I didn't he, like, kick me out recently, though?
I kicked
I don't know.
everyone
yeah,
out.
he kind of did. He
Yeah,
kicked
he kind of
everybody.
did.
Okay. So where's Cole actually living then in the meet? Where are you boarding? Or are you renting or buying or whatever you're doing? Same goes for Lauren, and where is your restaurant, Nox?
I forgot. I remember I pointed like over here somewhere.
Right, and what about you, Cole? Where are you gonna be?
I've actually probably been spending most of my time in the underground place, the Lusk Ruins, like hanging out with Skank McGank.
Sure.
Well, I also occasionally go meet Sure, see what he's up to, but
Sure,
mostly with
is
Skank McGank,
Skank McGang. Sure, is just wallowing
keeping my
giant
nice
balls of
suit in
spice.
like a specific like container,
Oh dear.
so it doesn't
Oh.
get ruined.
Okay, so
I've just realised what Hans looks like at the minute.
a few weeks pass. You guys recover from your battle. Various bribes are passed around to keep things quiet. Myriad shop is repaired. And
Good,
life has
good.
been good. Knox has been working his restaurant. Cole has become a legend in the underground of the city. He writes scathing reviews about restaurants that have terrible service. But since Cole is like not great with pen and parchment, they're usually just carved into some chunks of wood and left around. And but he's like slowly the people who found them have found the the cuts of wood to be eerily accurate, like how good the food is, the service, the atmosphere, like all that kind of thing. It's just like
The
the people know.
ambiance.
They can, like the ambiance. All they know is that this mysterious figure, he has impeccable taste. So, weeks pass, and early one evening, just before twilight falls, Hans, you hear a knocking at your door.
I forget the rest of that poem and I go and answer it.
In front of the door stands a gentleman dressed in a tux, bows deeply at the waist, and you see behind him a carriage. 2 horses, quite lavishly appointed, and most important part, you see that it has some curtains on the windows to keep the worst of the sun out. Good evening, sir. Your ride has arrived to convey you to Mr. Dionysius' party.
I put on my wizarding hat
And your poncho.
and my poncho. I take out my sun umbrella for the crossing across 2 feet of floor. I cannot risk any more exposure. And I get in.
And you get in. Footman closes the door, climbs into the front of the carriage. A few moments later, lurches into motion, leaving you to your own thoughts. The only sound cobbles getting trod on by the horses as you are conveyed to location, which happens to be Knox, your home. You see the carriage approach. Stop in front. Footman walk up to your door. What would you like?
I give my dusty suit a good slap to get some of the dust off, and then I put it on.
All right. You hear a knock at the door, but you're still busy trying to get your suit on during the course of this, and after 2 or 3 minutes of politely waiting, you hear a kind of like a cough. You know, like servants that aren't really allowed to be polite, but kind of letting you know, listen, you need to get fucking hurry up now. And come from outside of the door.
I open the door.
He
Hey,
bows
honey.
deeply at the waist, somewhat less deeply than he probably would have had not been waiting outside in the bloody hot ass sun for a couple of minutes. Good evening, sir. Your transport has arrived. Your first companion is already inside, and we eagerly await yours.
Alright, I get in.
And, like, as you walk over and like open the door, he's actually offended because he was going to open the door for you to get in, and you can just kind of just like hear him sniff disdainfully as you climb inside of the transport. And at this point, this fellow has been thoroughly disabused of the notion of these suave criminals that, you know, everybody's got such a high opinion of within the organization for getting shit done. You know, like one of them fucking came out in a poncho with an umbrella, and the other one is wearing a suit that probably belonged to his great-grandfather. This poor guy is really not having a,
It's my best poncho.
his illusions are shattered. He's having a bad evening.
It's his only suit.
It's the only suit. Once more, Hippo, you see before you the form of your boon companion that's been with you through thick and thin, mostly getting sneak attacked, Nox.
It took them a week to repair the hole in my wall.
Well, I'm glad it's fixed now. You think about putting maybe a window or a door in there?
I cast minor illusion and put a black panel in between me and him.
Okay.
That's certainly one way to do it. Once more, the carriage lurches into motion, and you are pulled deeper through the town towards the ruins of Ilisk, where a very, very nervous footman kind of like walks up to the nearest cave entrance and kind of like, hello? Hello? It's not long, Cole, before you see a were-rat approaching your abode. Hey, yes!
Yes, what's up?
Human, wait outside.
Alright, we'll go get it.
He said you must dress nice.
Yeah, okay, I'll take my soup. Thank you. And do I have any snack for him?
I don't know, do you?
Probably. Hey, do you like mushroom?
Yes. Like kind of just standing there, like scratching under his chin.
Alright, I take
the ceiling, like contemplatively, like, does he really like mushroom? He doesn't.
I take some dried mushrooms. I don't know what it is. I'll
Does
just
he
take some
know
of it
what a
and give it
mushroom
him.
is?
He sniffs at it suspiciously, like, see his whiskers twitch a little bit, and then with a kind of like, fuck it, why not, kind of expression, like starts turning on it while walking off. He's not as well spoken as Cher, unfortunately.
Oh well.
Oh well. Right, as you approach, you see a foot standing near the entrance of the cave, looking rather put out / perturbed at this point, seeing as he just had an interaction with the. Well, they said the better. And then he sees that you're a bugbear, and then he's like, you could just see like, first there was the elf with the poncho, then there was the man in the dusty ass suit. And he just knows he's not going to get your fur out of the fucking seat for years after. It's like, he's just gonna have to fucking burn the carriage.
His
Yeah.
night just keeps getting better and better.
He bows, not even deeply anymore. And you can see he's simultaneously trying to bow and both hold his breath at the same time because, you know, he's a bit of a racist. Good evening, sir.
Yes, hello.
Your transport has arrived.
Excellent.
Goes over, opens the door,
Nah, I get
kind
it.
of gestures like to soldier, like, get inside.
Yeah, I get it.
And you see inside the form of your comrade, Nox and Han, with a flat plane of black opaque magic floating between them.
Hello, comrades.
Oh, hey, honey.
Hello. What are these puns?
At this point, I have Mage Hand just wafting at me to keep me cool.
I see you also do not deal very well with this. And I said, how are they arranged? How are they sitting inside of it? Like opposite each other, I assume?
Yes, they were sitting opposite each
So
other.
I sit down on this side.
You feel the carriage once more lurch and clop down the street towards the last of your party, Laloran. A knock at your door. It started as a dainty knock and very rapidly turned into more of a slam, slam, slam as somebody just fucking hammers it.
I'm dressed and ready, and I politely open the door, and good evening, how may I help you?
You see the poor servant's face light up for a moment as you finally meet somebody that is A, a civilized species, and B, not dressed like a hobo. He bows deeply at the waist and says, "Good evening, sir. Your conveyance has arrived for this evening fair. If you would be so kind as to come with me."
I shall indeed do so. After you.
He leads the way to the carriage, opens the door, and gestures for you to join your three companions that have entered inside.
Exactly how bad does it smell in there right now?
It doesn't smell terrible per se, but it's a very earthy smell, courtesy of, you know, coal
Okay,
being
cool.
inside of a box,
Right.
a hot box.
Yeah,
It's not bad so much as musk.
It's musk?
I step into the carriage and make myself comfortable next to Nox.
Okay. Nothing. Okay.
Hey, honey.
Hello.
Oh, hey, hello. It almost didn't notice you. For some reason.
That's okay. I'm working on being incognito tonight. Good evening,
Yeah,
Han.
excellent. It's been rather hot recently, has it not?
It has been a bit, yes. I've been tinkering with ways to try and move air around to try and cool things.
Excellent. If you're making any progress, to tell me.
I will indeed do so.
I am
for a
in
fair
misery
price.
right now.
I'm sort of looking at Cole and seeing the you know, the slightly damp fur and that bedraggled look, and like, yeah, I can imagine, dude. I can imagine. I doubt this heat is doing anybody any.
All that is really true. Also, how is my fur damp when I can't even sweat?
I don't know. I'm just picturing.
It's a muggy coastal city.
Oh,
Humidity
it's just
is pretty-
fucking humidity is just condensing
Humidity
on
is
my
very-
fur.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you've ever lived in a city like Durban in South Africa,
I
you
have
breathe water like
I
you have a
guess.
shower 3 times a day.
Like you shower at 10 o'clock in the morning, and by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you're still wet. It just you don't get dry ever.
It's an average of like 90% humidity.
Jesus.
Yep, coastal cities, man. So
I have not lived in the coastal city.
the carriage lurches into motion, and Soon, it picks up a little bit of speed, bringing a bit of a breeze through the box, something you all find very refreshing. After about 10 minutes travel, the carriage slows, and you hear the tone of the hoof pits change, suddenly becoming hollow and booming as the carriage crosses the stretch of bridge from the main city of Luskan to this small piece of land called Kurth. It stops. And as you can hear the footman dismount and the carriage door open, you see before you that the somewhat dusty... Probably stop them mooing. The somewhat dusty courtyard of this little island has temporarily been covered with an enormous red carpet that stretches out before you towards the Tower of Kurth itself. Its walls freshly plastered, painted.
Enormous what?
Enormous red carpet.
Ah, thank you.
The walls of the Tower of Kurth itself, white, freshly washed and painted. And you can now see above you what was before a very utilitarian tower built to withstand savage storms and bad weather and watch across the bay, has been turned to an almost fairyland concoction of stained glass, soaring spires, and swirling buttresses. In attendance everywhere in this courtyard, you see men, most of them not visibly armed, all of them exquisitely tired, watching the comings and goings of the various carriages and people dismounting with keen-eyed interest. Before you see the door. A delicate band of red silk covering the entrance, and you see, as people enter it, they are patted down. A gentleman wearing a suit very similar to that of Cole's. You can see he's using magic to check them as well. Those of you in the know see it as a detect magic spell to make sure that people don't have any surprises concealed about their person before they are let inside deeper into the tower. Is there anything you gentlemen would like to do before?
So are we staying, or we're still in the carriage? We haven't gotten out?
Still in the carriage, haven't gotten out.
Well, I get out. I mean, we'll see. I don't see any reason to stay here.
The footman's kind of like standing there, like waiting. He's like, "We're
Yeah.
here."
I step out. If nobody else will do that first.
Yes, stepping out.
Right? You troop out.
As I step out, I discreetly hand the footman 10 or 15 silver pieces, and thank you for your service.
He nods, and a pleasure, sir. Will you be requiring transport home this evening?
Most likely, thank you.
I would like to tip the footman a gold.
My God. Alrighty then. Bobs his head. Kind of just like, I'm gonna take your money, but I still don't respect you, you poncho wearing shit. But he takes the gold. Alright. Leaving the four of you standing before the tower. Any preparations or anything you guys would like to do before?
No.
Just taking in the view, looking at all the people that are attending all the
Anybody we
carriages.
recognize?
I'm assuming that.
Sorry.
Make a couple of perception checks.
Oh, good.
And we'll see what you guys spot. Let's get you rolling some dice and start getting on.
No. I am not very good at recognizing these humans and elves and things.
21.
That's
not a number.
No?
Six.
Yeah, 20.
4.
4.
Everybody looks the same to me.
You're all bipedal creatures without fur. You guys glance around. There are a number of people in attendance that you've either just heard of by reputation or in description, or people that are so famous that even you guys that have never met them, you can immediately spot them. The first you spot is Lady Min, the person that the tavern, the Min itself, is named after. Easily recognizable by her jade dress, black hair, and the fact that she's currently being attended by identical quadruplets. All human women, not visibly armed, but all carrying fans and busy gently wafting themselves on their way in towards the interior of the tower itself. You also spot Iron Joe, a tavern brawler of some repute that eventually moved up to controlling most of the state executions and city fights in the fair, I should say, that passes for a judicial system in Luskan. Very, very, very easy to recognize by the fact that somebody at some point in the past had aggressively tried to remove his right eye, leaving a scar running from the top of his hairline, splitting the hair there a little bit, and running in a scar all the way down to below his chin.
So
making him
somebody
very rugged.
unsuccessfully attempted to graphically illustrate the ocular penetration.
Very much so. He's also quite recognizable for the fact that he actually still has the fellow's teeth around his neck, polished and on a lovely piece of jewelry. Others you've heard of or seen, smaller players, pimps, drug lords. You see a few smugglers here and there standing around discussing business. But for the most part, not many troubleshooters like you. It appears that you have been accorded a rather singular honor to be invited to tonight's business. As you approach the tower, you're stopped, thoroughly searched. Are any of you attempting to conceal anything about your person you would like to try and roll sleight of hand for?
Just a stack of business cards.
Business cards? Like actual business cards?
Yes.
Like, the security gentleman finds the stack of business cards, looks at you, looks at them, looks at you. Sure about this, boss?
What, this isn't a networking event?
I don't know what that is. I guess you can keep them. Waves you aside. Dylan, anything about your person you wanna hide, or anything specific you were taking inside with you?
No.
Pat you down, scans you with magic. Any magic items you got about your person?
No. Wouldn't be
Okay.
able to hide my only magic item. It's too big.
Too big. You guys are pushed through. Next up, we got Laloran. Same deal. Pat, tuck, scan. Anything you want to try and sneak inside, or anything you're keeping with you?
No, not tonight. If need be, I'm sure we can.
Improvise. Alrighty. And last but not least, Cole. You cause a bit of a stir stepping inside. Everybody knows that the family has procured the services of a bugbear. But, most people have never actually seen a bugbear. Bugbear's not normally being drawn to the city life as such. And you see the poor guy that has to pat you down to search, who's just kind of like, fuck.
Get a stepladder.
Dude, I just like when he tries to reach up, I just kind of crouch down, just kind of nonchalantly trying not to not trying to say anything. I'm not trying to make fun of a man's lack of height.
He's just looks at you gratefully, pats you down very cursorily, just because done him a good one. Anything you want to try and sneak inside?
Nothing I'm trying to sneak inside, except I still probably have my boots.
Okay. Get scanned. Immediately, mate, just like, motherfucker's got magic. Points at you. Sir?
Yes.
You appear to have some magical items about your person.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to declare. My boots? Is this a problem?
What kind of boots are there?
Spider climbing? I always keep them on me. I wasn't thinking.
He looks at the mage to like see whether or not like that's a thing. The mage like nods like, all right, sir, and waves you through.
I nodded at them.
Four of
Go
you
on.
enter the base of the tower, where you can see somebody has been quite busy with some enchantment. The interior of the tower is cool, and you can actually see by the windows where the light comes in, a little bit of remaining light before full nightfall. There actually cold vapors boil off of the windows to the exterior of the building, somehow letting the light in but blocking most of the heat. The inside is cool, crisp, refreshing, and all about you, you see well-dressed servants with trays in their hands, passing it on,
Static
passing out.
frizz on the bugbear. This is going to be fun.
In the corner, you see a few dozen musicians taking turns playing various tunes quietly to provide some background ambiance. You see a little elevated platform, not even really a stage, set up towards the middle of the tower, where you can see the enormous form of Cujo busy exchanging words with, with somebody that you know, with the lady that you guys had questioned about the sword, Dylan, if you remember correctly.
Yeah, that lady that would follow him for like the last two
I'm
times.
totally not a vampire lady.
I find it funny that you think she's a
Totally.
vampire, seeing as she's like sitting around in daylight. But anyway,
Magic.
magic. Yeah, Miss Felonor, for those of you who remember her. After a few minutes, the crowd quiets down, and you see somebody approach the middle of the floor, steps onto the little dais, and looks across at the room full of people, and you see it generally quiet down as his presence ripples out like waves in a pond. Gentleman Denisio is a older human gentleman, probably in his early 40s, judging from the look of him. Dark hair, now with streaks of silver in places. Skin weathered. Few scars here and there, nothing too crazy. And eyes the color of freshly cut grass. He looks like a robust man in the prime of his life. Fit, strong, compact, and wearing a very neatly tailored white suit. He clears his throat and then addresses the room. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my little ball this evening. I hope that we can all have some wonderful future business around. Have an evening of entertainment and relaxation, as those of us in our business so seldom get the chance to do. I look forward to chatting with each and every one of you. He says, well, specifically looking at the four of you. Please, by all means, enjoy the drinks. In a few minutes, we will be going up to the observatory, where we will be having our meal and discussions for the evening. Please, by all means, circulate and enjoy yourselves, my friends. Saying that, steps away from the podium and starts circulating, talking to people, making small talk to the various people around him. So, what would you gentlemen like to do? You're currently in a hall full of the best of the criminal crop.
Do I see anyone that's particularly bald and might have some tattoos that we may recognize?
There's quite a few people that fit that. Anybody in particular you're looking for?
Some clones.
Oh, you mean that kind of bold and tattoos? You don't see anybody like. I thought you meant more like dock worker, strong arm types. You know, that have been dressed up like
Hey, is
like
there
animals.
any bold mages that are like flinging magic at us?
Thus
Everybody
far,
look like
appears not.
that might try and kill us, kind of thing.
Well, glancing around with your enormous perception check of a 4, everybody looks like they're out to kill you. You seem to be picking up a lot of glances your way, lady, most of them unfriendly, even though most of it's actually just in your mind. After a few minutes of standing around aimlessly, you see...
Oh no, were they like appetizers or something?
Yeah, there's food.
Obviously, it's
getting carried around.
It's that instant.
Okay.
Hans is making small talk and handing out business cards.
You're basically just passing from person to person, like trying to get them to buy into your like shitty MLM thing. Except, you know, with
It's
more
not-
murder and
It's not
cannibalism.
a pyramid scheme. It's a
Yeah,
of course not.
wealth
It's not a pyramid
generation program.
Okay.
It's just multi-level marketing.
A few moments pass, and knock. You see Lady Felinor kind of make a beeline for you, much like a little motorboat going through the crowd, leaving a wake of disappointed people behind her that actually wanted to talk to her. And she kind of breezes up to you. So wonderful of you to be able to join us this evening, lads. Although I must say, some of your companions' evening attire does leave something to be desired. She says, glancing over at Hans and his poncho. Not entirely sure what that one was thinking. I know he was brought up in this.
He wanted to make an impression, it seems. Maybe stand out.
Well, he certainly managed to do that. The boss has asked me to let you know. You gentlemen will be sitting with him this evening when we head up for our meal. A table has been set aside. He wishes to personally thank you for the hard work that you've been doing at the last months.
Thank you, my lady.
Oh, I'm not. Is there anything else you guys would like to do while you're down here?
So, how many, aside from the rather famous and well-known underground figures, how many people are here that are just, you know, the well-to-do, rich, and
And as far
You
as
know,
you can see, this is very much
all
a...
hardened criminals?
I wouldn't say hardened necessarily, but this is very much the criminal rulers of the city, if you call
okay.
it. The ones at the top of the pile, so to speak. This is definitely not a event open to the public. More prestigious tender. And there are quite a few people, like, you knew that Luskan was a den of thieves and cutthroats and whores, but there's about 100, 150 people in the room with you guys at the moment. There's just way more people, like once you actually saw how many people are in the room, you can start to get an idea of like how big of an empire this guy actually controls. And in some senses, it really is an empire, stretching from Luskan down the coast, either direction, inland, dealing with smugglers, piracy, you know, all sorts of different aspects of life that just you guys never even really realized.
Dang.
A few more minutes passed. Cole is industriously busy reducing the amount of entrees being served to guests by a appreciable margin.
Making small talk and having a casual. I'm assuming that they're serving wine, or what are they serving here to drink?
There are drinks, there are wines, there are I want to call it fruit juices, but they're really not fruit juices. But there are chilled
Punch.
punch drinks being served as well. There's even some champagne for those who wish to indulge in that particular vice.
A goblet of wine and just sipping from it and enjoying the cool weather and making small talk with my fellow underground.
Occasionally, you guys hear like a very rough laugh as some of the coarser elements of the criminal underbelly that have just been barely civilized for the evening start laughing. One particular instance, you walk past a few ladies of negotiable affection, talking shop, so to speak, and you learn some things about men and women in passing that you really wish that you just never needed to know. All in all, it's quite a colourful selection of guests that are available. A few more moments pass. Is there anything in it?
At some point, everybody, or these three, also somehow find a Hans Inc. business card in their pockets.
Hans Inc. A few more minutes pass, and a tinkling bell is heard, and the room quiets a little, with a general murmur of conversation dying out. A maitre d' in a very nice suit says, "Ladies, gentlemen, if you would please follow me to the observatory, we will be serving the main course for the evening." And they open up the stairs, and the guests start meandering their way up to the top of the tower. Those of you going to the top immediately spot the table set aside. A large, dark, oblong desk made of heavy, dark wood, around which sits Cujo, to the right hand of Gentleman Cristiano, to his left, Lady Felnor, and 4 other chairs. You can see cards on the table, printed with your names on them. An elegant script. They are seated, awaiting your presence.
Excellent. Is the one that says coleslaw like a bigger or like a little bit reinforced?
Oh yeah, they've definitely made allowances. Your chair is just short of being a throne. It is definitely like, put it this way, like this. It's you basically have the same chair that Cujo is. I mean, Cujo is a big guy. Like you're packing a very subtle.
Is it like are their chairs like recessed into the ground so that they're at the same height as everybody else on the table?
I don't think that would make a difference. Like Cujo could be sitting on his ass and he would still do in people's thoughts. You see, as you walk inside, General Cristiano beckon for you to come and be seated.
I move up to the table and have a bow briefly to all of them and good evening.
Oh no, let's not have none of that.
Take a seat.
As you try and sit down, he like reaches out his hand to like grab you by the hand. You can see now that he's got a completely different accent that he was using earlier. Now let's have none of that, God. And like grabs you by the hand and doesn't try to squeeze your hand to break it. You know, he knows who he is. He doesn't have to try and show off. And very firm handshake. Come, sit down.
I return it firmly. I'm like, well, why not? Thanks, Cujo. And I grab a seat.
Cujo's
Or
like,
was that the other?
that's Mr. Cristiano. Cujo is just kind of like nods at you in passing, but you can see he's more busy scanning the crowd, looking for trouble than anything else. Even here, knowing that everybody's been searched upon entering, he's not letting his guard down. He's very much keeping an eye on everything that's happening.
A stupid question. Our chairs, I'm assuming that we are facing these three on the other side of this oblong?
Let me do this here. Make it a little bit easier. Do a quick potato sketch. Probably Potato. Chair here for the gentleman, chair here for the lady, chair here for Cujo, and then chair for big man lady, elf, other man. Basically a little bit more evenly distributed, but that gives you a rough idea.
In other words, our backs are to the crowd.
Yes, your backs are to the crowd.
Okay. Alright.
And basically this table, if you want to think of it that way, it's a round room. I'm going to erase the table just so I can the room, guys. location. So basically, that's a kind of an oval table, and this is a tower. So obviously, it's round. There's a set of stairs leading up from below in the one corner, and this entire floor to ceiling itself being about 20 foot above you. Most of the walls have been replaced just by stained glass windows that all can hinge open to let in the evening air, so you can out across the bay itself. And then in the interior here, there are tables scattered about, with most of the servants approaching from below with various foods and drinks and such. Corner, there's a raised platform where there is a band busy industrially providing some background music of various.
Norwegian death metal or something.
Yeah, you know, the good old. Sorry, I couldn't get the map to import the draw this by hand, so sorry about that. Didn't want to upload for some reason.
That's fuck you, man.
Fuck me. Just imagine that those circles are tables.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. Tasty,
Yeah,
tasty
potatoes.
potato.
That you can put in soup when you're sick.
Get fucked.
Okay, so the rest of you approach the table, and Mr. Cristiano reaches across. In every case, Cole doesn't show a moment's hesitation at your inhuman features and grabs you by the hand and gives it a firm shake. Welcome, welcome. Sit down. Let's have ourselves a good old meal, a meet and greet. Hans, as you approach, he grabs you by the hand as well, gives you a vigorous shake.
Ah,
And you must be Hans. I've heard so much about you.
So, how much of Hans's bone structure has been rearranged by that?
don't be silly. Hans doesn't have bones.
Hans, the creature with bones.
Jello boy.
Yellow boy.
Hans is a creature composed entirely of air bladders.
So you say Hans doesn't have a spine?
You need a spot. Nox, give her the hand. All of you sit down, and in a few moments' time, you see servers start putting down the first course, or first part of the first course, soup, served in lovely things. And you see, as the soup gets served, Cujo leans over, mutters something under his breath, and Liddy, you're actually the only one who's really familiar with this. You feel a surge of divine energy as he waves his hand over Mr. Cristiano's food.
I don't really. Well, I take a note of it, but I don't really say anything.
Would you like to make a spellcraft check or anything to see if you know what it is?
Yeah, I'll make an educated guess. That's what it's gonna be because I don't have Arcana.
In this particular case, it would be. Actually, would it be Arcana? It would be religion in this case.
Oh, religion. Yeah. That's also actually no. I do have a bonus to religion. That is a 20 unnatural.
Yeah, you know what that is. He just cast detect poison on food. See if there's anything inside there.
Yeah.
And a very faint, almost unnoticed nod. You see, well, tuck in, lads. And you start eating his food. Not saying anything to you, leaving you to your own thoughts for the moment.
How's the soup?
The soup itself is a lovely concoction. I'm not going to describe soup because honestly, I didn't really plan soup.
It's soup. All I care is
I want
about.
to know what soup it is.
No, I just want a rating. What is my rating for this?
Liquid out of solid.
Liquid out of solid. Fine. It is a spiced lamb and pumpkin hippo.
What kind of spices?
What kind of spices?
I'm just kidding.
Spice mix.
If I had to guess, probably like shut your face spices.
Neverwinter 5 spice.
Neverwinter 5 spice. Glorious. Liddy, as a a foodie, I think you would give the soup a very definite, like, 9, maybe 9.5 out of 10.
Pretty excellent then.
It is pretty excellent as far as food is concerned. It seems like no expense was spared in the catering department, particularly.
Cons. Does need a spoon to eat it.
Yes, definitely. A few moments pass as you guys have your various dishes, and once they're taken away, you see him mop at his face, put down the napkin, and looks all of you down. Right, not gonna beat about the bush. Not really what I expected when I saw you lot. Hans, I'm just going to say that your taste in evening wear is, well, it's right strange. Just gonna put that out there.
It's cutting edge.
Haven't I been paying you enough to afford a proper suit?
I've had to afford some renovations.
Ah, yes, I heard
and
about
repairs.
that. A little bit of a scuffle at your place, I understand it.
And rebuilding of a shop.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm sure Mr. Myriad will be seen to. He's been of great aid to me, and I'm not one to forget those who loyally serve. Cole, you surprised me, though, I must say. You're not
Yes.
at all what I expected from the tales.
Oh, tails.
Yes, from what little I understand, you're a savage creature that tears men in half and slaughters them in their drove.
Well, to an extent that is true.
Well, you do seem to be quite, well, you're not what I expected. You seem to be rather calm. I was expecting a repeat of the barbarian incident from a few years ago.
Hmm.
Poor fellow, always chewing on things. And Hans, well, let's just say that Chur has very favorable things to say about you. Apparently there's been a sharp increase in paprika. I understand it. I don't pretend to understand it myself, but, well, as long as they're happy. What am I to do?
Cultural enlightenment.
Yes, and that actually brings us to our problem. Cultural enlightenment. By now, I take it you gentlemen have all had encounters with these elven terrorists costing us and being somewhat of a thorn in the operations in my city.
Yes. I was wondering what was that all about. Why are the...
Oh, believe me, when I say that, we're still investigating the matter most vigorously. Many of them, in fact, have not survived vigorous quit so far. But I have complete faith that Mr. Cujo will be able to find out everything that we need to know. What I need from you is we need to find out who their leader is. And once that's done, I need you to pay him a visit to explain to him that these intrusions into the peaceful lives of my subjects will not be tolerated, and to make him understand that. If he fails to understand that, I need you to remove him. Now, of course, I would not ask this of you gentlemen without thinking of your livelihoods and lives. As I understand it, a number of you missed the Reaper's axe a few times in the run-ins with these creatures. So, I would like you to tell me what I need to pay you for you to make them go away. What do you think is fair?
You already know what I want, boss.
Oh, I haven't forgotten. And as I understand it, very soon the one I send for should be here. Hopefully my end of the bargain will be fulfilled. I am, after all. But that is for services rendered. This would be a somewhat riskier endeavor. I would not expect you to risk your life free.
Yeah, so quick out of character question. How much did he pay us for the last job?
How much did he pay you guys? Was it 10,000 gold, I believe?
Yeah.
Was that right?
I'm looking here now. I did write it down, but I don't see it in my.
Excuse me. I think it was 10,000 gold if I remember correctly.
I think so.
Sorry, I don't actually track your funds.
No, it's cool. I'm just asking out of character, just to, because I know I made a note.
I believe it was
somewhere,
10,000, but I might be wrong.
Okay, cool. No, it's fine.
I will assume this job would require some traveling, as I'm fairly certain that these gentlemen have not set up shop in the city overnight. They probably have a base of operations somewhere. And they have some kind of leadership. You might be away for an extended period of time. I don't know how many if they have. I don't know if they have a single leader, if they have a council leading them. I assume it's a central leader. People like these normally need strong leadership, and I can't see that being divided up democratically. You would need to track them, travel there, explain the situation to them, or eliminate them as needs be. So, I understand you'll be away from your affairs here for some time. Cole, what would you consider? You found me a reasonable man to work for thus far, have you?
Oh, of course. Well, I'll take a wish. Can be very difficult to get bugbear-sized plate armor, especially good quality one.
Very well. You wish to have a set of enchanted armor commissioned, I take.
Yes.
Fair. I'll make sure to have it for you before you go to aid you in this task.
Ah, that would be most lovely.
Well, Laloran, what would you consider a fair price for your services in this endeavor?
For a job like this, this would be something that, given, as you said, given the amount of time and the effort involved, I feel for myself a retaining fee would be more appropriate than a once-off payment, as we cannot guarantee our own success. Obviously, should anything happen to us, your problem would still persist, and can't pay dead men.
Sounds very reasonable to me. What would you consider a
I
fair
would,
return?
however, ask that you would if you would assist in funding the equipment we would require for this, and just if possible to assist with covering expenses as and when needed during the course of our travel, sir.
I am, of course, a reasonable man. If you can justify the cost of the expenses, I'm sure that shouldn't be any problem. I'm sure that won't be a problem. What kind of retainer would you consider fair?
A retainer for something like this, I would say 1,000 gold per week per person that we are out in your service, my lord.
Well, we will be negotiating with each of the gentlemen in turn, but if you wish to be paid a retainer, that can be changed. Hans, do you too wish to be paid a retainer, or do you have something different?
7,500 now, 7,500 on completion.
Hey, I see that you've made up your mind. Done and done, then. I will make sure to have the funds transferred to accounting house of your choosing as soon as you wish. Nox.
How about around the clock protection for you know who in case something happens to me while I'm out?
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. Have you never wondered why nobody's bothered breaking in or coming after somebody when it's fairly well known why you do what you do? As a member of my organization, that goes without. What else would
I'll take the same as Hansen. 7,500 now, 7,500 later.
Excellent. Most excellent. No, I have a question for you. How would you consider going about finding that have been such a pain to us?
Well, to date we've had little success interrogating them. However, we do have, as a member of our group, as luck would have it, we do have an elf who possibly
He's talking
could.
about me.
He feigns surprise.
Yeah.
Why, yes, I don't think
I'm
I
an
noticed that.
elf.
Yes. I had noticed
Who
Hans.
could be, who, if Hans does not object to it, might be able to go undercover, as it were. Or perhaps even Nox might be able to pull it off.
I don't
And
speak Elvish, though.
we could teach you, I suppose. There are magical means of learning new languages, if it might be possible to do it.
We've also got a bitchin' map that shows us where they are.
You gave the map to him.
No, we
actually.
still have the map.
Did you? No, didn't you guys give the map to the guy that transported the prisoner back to them, if I remember correctly?
I think we gave him the crystal ball. Wasn't there like a crystal ball that like showed everything?
I think it was.
What the fuck did we give him?
I think
Because
he-
I know we
I think
gave
he
him the.
It was a horribly expensive thing that we got from our good buddy, and we're going to get another one of them. I remember that was our...
I think it was a map at the end of the day you guys decided to use, if I recall. Like you could pick between the crystal and the map, and you guys decided to rather have the map made, didn't you?
It was the one that was more expensive that we wound up getting with.
Yeah, the map.
Or we wound up going with. I think it was map.
And then you gave that one to the guy who transported the prisoner, because Hippo, I believe, still cast invisibility on them to get them back.
Did we give the map to him?
I don't
Yes.
recall giving him the map.
Oh, okay.
You guys totally did. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Well,
fine.
yeah,
I'm just like I'm probing my own memory by saying that.
Alright, I retract my previous statement. We know a guy who can make a really bitchin' map that shows us where they are.
Oh yes, young Myriad. You've been relying rather heavily on his services, I see.
Yeah, he's pretty great.
He has been proven to be an unexpected asset.
And his rates are top notch.
Well, I'll take your word for it. When it comes to the area of magic, I'm not much of an expert myself. I normally leave that to my lovely companion here, and he just said Lady Felnor.
Me too, except my companions aren't as lovely.
She smiles when you say that new. Once more, she has rather pointed teeth. Like a shark's.
Like a
Almost.
vampire.
More like a shark, but daintier.
Vampire shark.
Vampire shark.
Careful, Jason Statham's going to come jumping out of a side screen to attack it or something.
Oh no. Well then. In the morning, I will have arrangements made, have your funds transferred for those of you who wish them. Actually, you see him hold up two fingers and look behind him, and a footman unobtrusively approach him. That's a very badly dressed up thug. You know, somebody they couldn't really get the street out of it, and they put him into the tux. He still very much lurks. And you see him say something that you can't quite catch with him facing away from you. And then when he turns back, the last thing you hear, Letty, is make sure it's ready tomorrow. Right, cool. That should should get them started on your armor. It should be done tomorrow if all goes well. I have sent instructions for them to get to work.
Excellent.
I hope that meets with your approval.
Oh yes, I am a patient creature.
Excellent. Very well. Let's have our meal. Let's enjoy the rest of the evening. I hear my wizards have something quite spectacular planned for later this evening. Some kind of light show that they're going to refract and bounce through these windows that they've installed. I'm quite looking forward to it. I hope you'll join us for the display. Who's got the highest? Lauren.
Yes.
Make a perception roll for me, please.
Nine.
Well, that's pretty bad.
I rolled 2.
That's pretty bad.
Nobody gonna help me perceive and.
Nobody else noticed anything other than you.
I'm fucking
Yeah.
blind.
Shit.
All the hairs in my eyes.
It's not so much that you see something. It's just like your ears tweak to a sound that doesn't match the rest of the dinner ambiance and the music and the murmur of voices. And you stop and glance out towards the stairs. You don't see anything there. Glance back behind you. Look at where the stained glass is. And it's getting darker now. And is that? No, it doesn't look like there's anything there. However, you look across the table from you, and you can see Cujo stop scanning the crowd, and is just kind of like fixedly staring at the across from you.
I sort of surreptitiously try to follow his gaze and.
Oh, that's going to
I see
involve you
what
like
causes-
craning your neck backwards to look behind you, since your back's to the.
No, I'm.
I mean, he could like turn to speak to somebody
sort
on
of-
his
yeah,
left, and then
I sort
like kind of turn his eyes the other direction.
I sort of turn to make it look like I'm trying to talk to one of my companions.
Make a. Oh, that'll be funny. Make a. Shit, what would that be? Make a deception roll for me.
Yeah, I'd say deception.
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 Yeah,
You're
yeah,
trying
like,
to like
basically-
just act natural.
Yeah, you're trying to like act nonchalant and unsuspiciously while basically like jackknifing your neck around.
19.
Yeah, you like totally pull it off and start talking some inane bullshit, to like Nox. This is just like, not really listening to what he's saying, but you're glancing around. Make another perception check for me.
– 15. Not much better, but
15. Let's see, what does this boy roll? What does this boy roll?
please let it be bad.
Let it be bad?
Let his roll be bad that I beat him.
Ah! Why me? Why always me? You
Did
don't
you tell me
see-
you rolled a 1?
I rolled a 1.
Woohoo!
You don't see anything. But what you do see is the easiest way to describe these windows is just for example. So the windows have glass panels in them with various designs on them that have like little hinges.
Yeah.
So that basically can be pushed flat. So that the windows at like a table basically in front of you to let the
Okay.
air inside. And all around you are glass patterns, and you see one of these windows suddenly close outwards or open outwards. And if the wind was blowing, it would have opened inward. And the thing that you notice that's off is that this thing is opening outwards, going against the breeze.
That's very unusual. I sort of casually turn back face to face Cujo and sort of very, as, quietly and as relaxedly as possible. Did you see that?
You see him look at you.
The
See
window.
what? See what?
That window. Should it not be opening the other way?
As you say that, you see his eyes narrow, and him get up, and in getting up, just flips the table over
Into us.
into you. Pretty much. Like, he doesn't give a shit about you guys. He's focused on one thing and one thing only, and that is protecting his charge. He flips the table onto you, gentlemen. I would like you both to make, all of you to make, dexterity checks for me, reflex saves. Dexterity saves.
Couldn't I just... Well, not sure if I actually want to catch.
20.
Very nice. And I would also like you all to roll initiative, which we're going to do in a second.
Dexterity plus 2. Okay, 11.
11's good.
10.
Cable to the face.
14.
10, 14. Pretty much everybody except for Lauren. You were still like focused on him when he did this, and this reaction kind of took you completely by surprise because you didn't really expect that reaction from him. You get knocked to the ground, prone, as the table gets flipped forward. The rest of you kind of manage to scramble to your feet out of the way as the table gets flipped. And you see a flight of 5 arrows slam into the tabletop, passing by you, missing most of you with bare inches. Most of them aimed at the gentleman in the middle of the table that you've been conversing with this whole time. Everybody roll initiative for me, please.
I rolled a 10.
Nice. Stick yourself in the initiative tracker, sons.
Fuck you, dice.
I'm just gonna put myself in the middle so I can be the 10.
Unless anybody rolls better than a nat 20, these boys are going first.
How do you roll better than a nat 20?
Well, that's the...
That's
I
the
got a
joke.jpg?
Hmm? Okay. And those of you grab your tokens, stick them for me.
Where
down.
were we? What table are we?
It's the one with the T on it.
Okay, so I was all the way over here.
Nox. I really should probably have made a token for Cujo. Oh well.
Big boy.
I probably should have. Okay, I'm not going to do every guest because I'm not putting 100 fucking tokens on the table.
Just
One,
like
have
two,
create
three,
masses of people or something. Not like token.
Do
5.
we have our magical components on us still, or no?
I'm assuming a component pouch is
7 pound spell
something small
focus.
enough, or spell focus is something small enough to carry in with you without arousing too much suspicion. All right. You hear the crowd suddenly go silent for a moment because, you know, somebody just flipped the table and that's strange, but nothing like scream-worthy. And then a bunch of people suddenly notice that, holy shit, that 5 fucking elves in armor and with longbows and swords have just pretty much fucking materialized inside of the room where you guys were on that side. And you can see most of them are busy redrawing, getting ready for their next volley of shots coming straight at you, lads. Right, so, top of the initiative. Luckily, they can't get sneak attack on you guys from that range. They are all going to... They're about 60 feet away from you guys, and all 5 of them are immediately going to fire at the Godfather icon that Hippos made there. Frank, fuck off.
I googled giant fug.
Giant Thug. That's a pretty good Giant Thug. I will... let's see if I can make a quick token for General. Let's see, and then we just do that. Is there a noble? Hey, found a noble. Good enough. There we go. There we go. Bonk. Right. 5 arrows go winging across the room, and you guys see Cujo actually like push him back with his right arm, and immediately step in front of him, make a gesture, and most of the arrows actually skitter off of some kind of plane of force in front of him, going every which way, embedding themselves into the floor and the ceiling and the table itself. And you see him reach under the table, or next to the table, I suppose, now that the table's lying vertically, and haul out the enormous fucking crossbow that you guys normally see him tote around at the best of times. Right. So that is the elf's turn, his turn. Lauren. Your turn. What would you do?
Okay. I'm assuming I can see these archers here.
Yeah, you can see all of them.
Okay,
Open room with just
I've
the
got,
table.
I've got a fairly clear line of sight to them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The one on the right, from while I'm lying down on the ground, he is going to suck on a level 4 polymorph, and I am turning him into, well, a sloth.
That's a very interesting assertion that you're attempting to make there.
Well, I'm
Because
going
you
to try and
see-
turn him into a sloth.
Oh, because you see boop, a maze unshimmer in front of you, having been invisible there. And you see him react and use counterspell against the polymorph.
Whoa.
Which is, let's see, DC is equal to, if the spell is passing a 4th level or higher. Okay, so he has to make a DC equal to 10, plus the spell's level, so that's DC 14 that he needs to roll to be able to block.
And he's probably going to make it with ease.
14 exactly. Not quite E. Did not roll very well. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
I sort of look back to Cujo, and I sort of look at him and hiss at him, like, make sure that every shot counts, and he is now bardically inspired.
Ooh, that's gonna be messy for them. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm going to try and, can I still sort of like try and roll to get behind that table?
Yeah, you still have your movement.
Because I'm prone, so it's going to be harder for them to see me.
Yeah, it's off movement to get
move so that I sort of
want.
can take advantage of the. Okay,
Yes,
I want to try and take advantage of the cover that table provides.
Okay, you are now in half cover. All right. Next up, Liloran is Cole. What do we want to do?
So quick question: the chairs and the big chair I had, does any of them have like a full back? Meaning like
Your chair
full
does indeed have a full back. Yes.
Do any of the smaller ones have a full back?
Not so much. No.
All right. Okay, so that's.
This is pretty much just you and Cujo's chairs, the only ones who've got full backs.
All right. Well.
Nobody else is quite as big and fucking awkward as you two.
Quick. Could I pick up the chair with just one hand?
Yeah. What's your strength score?
My strength score is 17.
Can you guys still
I'll
hear me?
double check.
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, you can. 17
Alright.
is more than enough. You've used.
I'd like
you've
to
used
just like
swords heavier
loop my
than that.
arm around the armrest and basically like tuck it next to me and pretty much like use it as like a kite.
Like a kite shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would also before I do that, I would like to cast a spell. I would like to cast what is this called? Still called Aid on me. What was this boss? Our boss's name?
Not Di Serono.
Cristiano, then you just call him Cristiano. It's probably just
Cristiano. Okay, I would like to cast it on me, him, and who else? Who is the most likely to fucking get crumped? Fucking Hans? Fuck it, yeah, fuck it, let's use it on.
Constitution of a wet kitten.
Yeah, I'll cast it on, me, him, and Hans.
Okay, an aid gives them what bonus?
It gives three creatures max HP increases by 5, and plus 5 HP level above second, which I'm not using because it's already a second level spell and I don't have another level 3.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay,
Alrighty.
and then I would basically, after I do that spell, both of those people, I'd take up the fucking chair, and I go use my movement and just fucking go towards the.
Okay. Actually,
I'm gonna beat a motherfucker with the chair.
You're gonna beat a motherfucker with a chair. Works for me. Alright. That's Cole's turn. That brings us directly into other people.
I'm just basically like ducking and weaving through people. Or, well, I don't need to do that yet, probably, unless they've already reacted.
Okay. You see pop, 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 pop. 4 more of the tattooed humans in their robes and their numerals on their arms appear. All of them dropping their invisibility. You see the first one gesture at your group and start casting a spell aimed at you.
How
I
does
need...
counterspelling work? Is it a feat
It's
that
a
you take
spell.
in addition, or is it just something
It's-
you can do?
It's a spell called
Spell.
Counterspell, and you can use it as a reaction if you have it.
Ah, okay. I do not have counterspell, so therefore I cannot do that.
Each of these boys is going to... Oh, the first one's going to just target a spell in the middle of your lot. I need all of you to make a... What is that? Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Oh, fuck. Probably shouldn't have sprinted then.
No, you're far enough away, lady. You don't.
No, I know, but I could have given people save.
Oh, the aura.
Yeah, +2. But I thought that, like, fucking going aggro might be a good idea.
I withstand it like a mofo.
Rolls, please.
7.
Natural 20.
13.
Natural 20
21.
passes, 17 fails. What was the other one, Nox?
13.
13.
Failure.
17 failed.
Failure. 17 fails. High level wizards here. Alrighty. Cujo fails. Lady fails. Gentleman succeed. Okay. All of you
Hugo
find-
has bardic inspiration. Hint, hint.
Cujo has bardic inspiration, but he's going to save it for.
Ah.
All of you guys take 2d8 thunder damage. So d8's your...
But I say,
Oh, except for you.
I
You only
say.
take 1d8, so you take 6 points of damage. No wait, I mathed that fucked up. No, I mathed that right. You take 6 points of damage. The rest of you guys take 12 points of damage
How
apiece.
much do we have to roll to save?
You rolled a 17, I believe, right, Tippo?
Yeah.
You barely failed.
Oh, okay.
Just barely. Okay.
Now we.
And all of you are moved. How many feet is this? 10 feet away. You're chucked over here. Nox, you're chucked over here. You're not moved at all, and Cujo is chucked there. And you two basically stay where you are. Next mage gestures, casts, and you guys see a shimmering plane of force materialize. Let's just use this card easier. Whoop. Around you two.
Oh dear.
Yep, that should do the job. And suddenly, all the sound on the other side of that plane of force is very muted, and you can't really hear much at all. Second one's gonna do the same thing to him. That's 1, 2, 3. Right. And then next one's going to cast something. If anybody wishes to try and identify the spell, you're welcome.
Yes,
Do
I
so.
would like to.
Roll Arcana for me,
Give it a
please.
try.
$22.
22. You know the
18.
spell. You know it too. You know, you know it as well. It is haste, and
Ah.
casting it on a target that you can't see.
Oh, good.
And then for the last one, it's going to pull back his hood, and you see before you a man that you guys have killed a lot of times by now. Like, you have killed this body, this person that looks like this body, many times. You have lobbed fireballs at him. chopped it in half with a polearm. You've, been roasted by a cone of cold. You've been eaten by a dinosaur. Like, this specific face has taken a lot of punishment at the behest of your group. And you hear a woman's voice say something in Elvish.
What's she
What
say?
did she say?
Those of you who can speak the elves,
Speak the elves?
speak the elves. You hear a voice
Sprechen
very
the
close.
Elfish.
Sprechen the elfish. You hear a voice very close to your table, in fact, coming from the air just beyond the two planes of dome, and behind you, Hans. Stop toying with these animals. Take him and let us leave. You hear from somebody. You don't see anybody, but you deduce that it's probably, since they're so damn fond of their invisibility, probably somebody invisible. And you see them each smile, and then turn to you, Hans. Specifically. I must say it's been quite entertaining dealing with another caster of the arcane arts. And, how should we put this? You seem to find this very amusing. And you see him pick up a fork at the table. Flick it across the room at you, and it skitters and lands on the ground and skitters towards you. You see him hold out his hand, and you see him mouth a spell. Anybody wish to make an Arcana check?
Go on then.
Yes, please.
Also, the music stopped.
22.
Yes, I stopped it just for the moment.
Oh, 15.
15. Not enough. 22 is enough.
6.
He's casting through polymorph.
I mean, if he's gonna cast
Hans,
something,
you might want to get back.
it's okay. I have better idea. I cast counter spell.
Make your check for me. It's DC 19.
Oh shit! No.
Oh, so close.
Doesn't he add anything to it?
No.
When I yelled out to Hans, he was bardically inspired.
I don't think I
Sure.
can add that to this.
No, I did. I yelled. It does count because that was a dramatic moment. We can count that as bardic inspiration.
We'll have to see if you
Here
can
you
have some
roll.
fate points at some point.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then Hans, the fork in front of you, turns into a creature that you very recently saw for the first time. And the fork turns into a Tyrannosaurus.
Oh, dear.
I mean, at least get some of your own ideas.
He looks at us, as they say, tit for tat.
Yes, this is totally
And-
unoriginal.
Hans, your turn. Let me just put the token on the table for the T-Rex.
Can I attempt
Bonk.
to run to Dionisio?
I mean, you can. Would you like to try and make a disengage action, or are you just going to
No,
provoke an
Misty
attack of
Step.
opportunity?
No, I'm
Misty Step. Very nice, very nice.
I'm just gonna teleport right behind him, and then turn
Oh.
him into a T-Rex.
Actually, let me just double check something. I don't know if you can Misty Step in there.
Oh well, if not, Misty Step next
hold
time.
on. I just want to check quickly. The creature inside the cage can't leave by non-magical means. If the creature tries to use teleportation or interplanar travel to leave the cage, must make a charisma saving throw. Doesn't actually say anything about teleporting into the cage. So fuck it. You teleport into the force cage.
Hans, wouldn't a Tarask be a better...
Yep, I can't do that. And then I touch Dionisio and turn him into a T-Rex.
You know you're inside a force cage, right?
It's fine.
Because
You know that
squirrels. I hope we aren't killing our boss.
You're killing all of you. Okay.
Somebody hit the one that made this bubble.
The 20, but it's through polymorph. There's no concentration.
What, on the bubble?
Oh, you mean on the bubble? Sorry, I thought you meant the. No, bubble also has no concentration. 1 hour
Oh.
duration.
Oh, you ruined all my fun.
Sorry.
I don't think you can double spell, anyways. You can't use 2 spells in one turn. even if it's a bonus action spell. You can only use
You have to.
level spells
use a
and
cantrip.
yeah,
Oh,
you can
wow.
use a
Yeah,
cantrip.
you really do ruin all my fun.
Sorry.
Well, I don't want you to get squelched inside a fucking bubble. That's what was gonna happen, mate.
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 Okay, so Liddy, Hippo, would you like to still do the same turn, or?
No.
Okay,
I'll still miss a step away from the T-Rex, so...
okay, where are you going, lad?
Yeah, there, that's fine.
Okay, so you're now behind the table. And there's a very confused T-Rex that happened to be a piece of silverware but a few moments earlier standing there looking at you lot.
boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to cast Toll the Dead on... a mage.
Sure, pick a mage.
That one.
This boy. Okay, and that does d12 if he fails a con save, right?
No, only if he's taken damage. Only does D8 of otherwise. Yes, he has to make a
What's the save was?
Wisdom saving throw.
How much?
15.
It's a fail. How much damage does he take? Wow, okay, that's a lot of damage. Okay, yeah, he takes 15 points of damage, disrupting his concentration, and making this lady visible. Oh, hi.
Oh, hello.
Okay, elf woman in front of you. Right. Oh, behind you, I should say, in this particular instance. Anything else you'd like to do, Mr. Hansis?
No.
Okay, Nox, your turn.
1 second, that changes things a bit.
Nox is like, shit.
Okay, how close are these mages to the window?
These guys, they're about 8 feet away from the window. This one's a little bit closer, he's about 5 feet away.
I'm gonna move over here to get some cover behind this table.
Oh, you dirty fucker, I just noticed what you're gonna do.
And then I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast at this guy and this guy, attempting to push them out the window with it as well.
Alright, so roll your 2 hit rolls. You dirty bastard.
Uh, 18 and 27.
Both connect. And what is that no save, right? What's the damage on each of those rolls?
First one is 9, second one is 15.
I actually didn't think about that. Okay, right, so two of the mages just go fucking out the window with a despairing getting tossed out. You just hear shattering glass. You see two somewhat broken bodies basically getting sliced apart as they go through the glass, getting chucked out of the side of a tower, of which there's no veranda out there. They're just going to be traveling way the fuck down express.
Big old tower.
Big old tower. Oh, that definitely makes a difference. Okay. Anything else?
That's all.
Is that Nox? Nothing else for Nox. Alrighty. So, top of the initiative order, we got the snipers. Most of the targets that they were most worried about are locked down, so they're not too phased. Oh wait, I need to add the T-Rex into the initiative order. Hold on. Forgot about that. Oh, T-Rex are the worst T-Rex.
We're inside a force cage, right?
Yebo.
Okay, so that means we can't really do much out, but they can't do anything in either, can they?
Oh no, they can do stuff in. That force cage is cage. Keep people in. They need to keep people out. Can somebody make a goddamn initiative tracker? Because for some fucking reason I'm having a really hard time making them. Don't know why it was lagging like a bitch for some reason. There we go. I'll just aim at them. Okay, T-Rex's turn. T-Rex is still mildly bamboozled because of the fact that it was a fucking spoon for like a couple of moments ago, so it's just going to go with its instincts at this point because it's the only thing it really knows to trust. And this is going to charge the closest thing that it sees, which happens to be Nox in this particular instance.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. Giant Lizard thunders across the room to come and have a nibble, a chat, and a biscuit and tea with you there. It's going to make 3 attacks. Oh no, 2 attacks. Sure, almost screwed you there. It's going to make 2 attacks. First one's going to try and take a nibble out of you. What's the AC on you?
I think 13 right now.
Okay, that's 23 to hit for the bite.
Oh, really?
And 17 for the tail slap. Okay, so it's just going to take a big old nibble from you. Nom nom nom. Okay, bite is 27 points of damage. And the tail slap. Grab some more dicicles. Oh, that's a terrible roll. And 12 points of damage for the tail slap. And you need to make a... what is that?
I thought it can't do both against the same target.
Oh shit, you're right. I didn't see that. So just skip the last part. So just a bite attack. So no 12 points of damage. Okay.
Getting real hurt.
Alrighty, and that's the T-Rex. It's turn done. Right, top of the initiative order. Archers are just going to not be able to shoot at that man, but there's an angry fucking bugbear charging them. And they don't really have any surprise or flat-footed bonuses on you, so they're just all going to volley fire to try and put as much damage on the fucking chair-wielding bugbear as possible. Cole, what's your AC at the moment?
Isn't it
With you.
10 plus my dexterity? Is that the base?
Yeah, it'll be 10 plus your dex modifier normally.
Okay, 10
That's
plus my
your-
dexterity is... So it's 12. How much does the chair give?
The chair, let me just check because there's actually a rule for improvised weapons. The chair counts as... Where are you at?
Plus 1 AC?
Because
Because I know normal shield is 2. But then again, it's a big chair.
Let's have a look. I'm gonna say that it counts as half covered.
Oh, okay.
So plus 2 to AC.
Alright.
Okay, so that gives you how much?
If it's plus 2, then my AC is 14.
14. Okay, let's see if these bitches can hit anything.
I assume
Wow,
so.
these bitches can hit real good.
Yeah, I assume they had lots of points.
The attack by woman.
Yeah, I had a lot of attack points, I mean.
Hold up, fam. It's plus 7, so that's a miss. That's a 9 plus 7 is 14. If it equals AC, it still hits, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's also a hit. Okay, so 4 of the 5 hit. The chair was moderate. Okay, and then it's rolled to hit. Fortunately, because without surprise, the rogues don't actually really do all that much damage at the end of the day. What's the dex modifier on these boys? 15 plus 8, 15 plus 7. So 33 points of damage. As
33?
four arrows go thunk, thunk, thunk. Off of one of them sinking into the chair itself, and the 4 others finding your fleshy bugbear body beneath it. I need to just quickly make concentration checks for these 2 boys to see whether or not they actually manage to cast a fly spell or something themselves before they hit the ground. That's a 1. That's a 3.
Hey.
That's a
Splat,
splat. Pretty much, yeah. As they go down the express elevator to Donkey Town. Okay, that's the sniper's turn done. Lauren, your turn. You're inside a bubble of shimmering force.
Okay, I should be able to dispel this force cage though with dispel magic. Yes.
I don't know. You can
Well, yeah,
try.
first case is an
Make an
ongoing
arcana-
magical
make
effect.
make an arcana check for me and see whether or not you know if you can do that. Oh no, yeah. Make a check for me.
What kind of check?
Arcana. It's all about the magics.
17.
That's just enough. Literally just enough, because you needed the 17. This spell can be dispelled by dispel.
So the
It is
spell
lit-
can.
It is literally in the spell description. Cannot be dispelled.
Fuck. Okay, well, I get as close as I can to my boss, and I cast Mage Armor on him.
Alright. Cast Mage Armor on him. Okay, since you rolled a 17 on your Arcana, what you know about the spell is... Once you're inside the area effect of the spell, you're completely trapped. You can't leave by non-magical means. At all. And if you try to use teleportation magic, you must make a charisma saving throw. If you succeed, you get out. If you don't, the spell slot gets wasted and you still get stuck inside.
And I can't cast spells through it, can I?
This particular one, no. Can cast spells.
Okay. Well, yeah, then I'm casting Mage Armor on the boss, and I'm bringing him close to the table that we can use it for cover.
Okay.
I sort of let him know what we're stuck inside of, and that we're pretty much screwed inside here unless he's got some kind of magical means of dispelling it. It's gonna block everything. So I just think, well, best is I'll try and stay as close to you and protect you as best I can.
Alright. Anything else?
I'm assuming there were knives and forks and stuff.
Yeah. Soup tureens. Spoons.
At the moment, I'm interested in anything stabby and sharp and or pointy.
You grab the funny looking round knife that you never quite think people actually use it for at tables.
Okay.
You are now armed with, let's just call it a dagger. Ease of use. Cool.
Any of the other knives, do they look like they could be thrown at all?
Unfortunately, the dinner cutlery wasn't really designed for throwing, especially not in a room full of people that might decide to go up the hierarchy.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Your turn.
Right. I have a question. How far am I from the table in front of me, and how far are these guys from the table?
I'd say you're about 5 feet away from the table we are currently, and about 25 feet away from the nearest enemy.
Okay. How big is the table?
Big enough to see a group of 8 people.
Okay. How heavy is the table? Just a fucking estimate. Is it under 1,000 pounds?
Yes, it's under 1,000 pounds.
Okay. I fucking lift that motherfucker and throw it at them. And if I need to get closer, I just walk with it. I have a push drag and lift capacity of 1,000 pounds.
Jesus Christ. Okay,
Oh,
Sure.
I let go of the chair first, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Fuck it. But with improvise. Fuck it. It counts as an improvised weapon. Fuck you for making me look up all the improvised weapon rules.
Hey, without weapon, you could have guessed that this would happen.
Okay. Okay. Make an improvised weapon for me. Anything you can pick up. They normally do a frying pan or a wagon wheel or a dead goblin. But I guess we're just doing it fucking live with the table.
Yeah, we're fucking live.
Are you gonna throw it? You say?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it at all of them because they're nicely rode up. I'm specifically gonna go for the mages.
So how many of them are
Sure.
going to go flying through the window, or?
Okay. Tell you what. Make an attack roll for me.
Come on, roll good. It's a 2.
Go Cole!
A 2.
I rolled a 2.
With a bardic inspiration, go Cole.
How much is your attack bonus, Liddy?
Attack bonus is just purely strength. It's +3.
Okay, that puts us up to 5. Okay, yeah, so it's not going to be a good no matter what.
Yeah, unless I get bardic inspiration.
I did bardically inspire. Go Cole! You're our only hope!
You have to do that in your turn, right? And remember, you have to use your inspired on your turn, eh?
Fuck yeah, it's a bonus action.
Unless you picked up some kind of reactionary thing. Okay, Cole, you pick up that table. You heave that table. You attempt to throw that table, and something in your back tweaks, and you're oh. And you gotta just like drop the table again without really even making a throw of it, unfortunately. As, you know, a massive unwieldy piece of furniture.
Okay, so it's kind of drops there. Can I still do anything?
Oh, you still have an attack left. You've got 2 attacks
Well,
around.
I go with plan B, push the fucking thing, and just try and squeeze them to death. Or just
I'm just going to count it as a bull rush then.
Alright.
For the sake of ease of use, make an attack roll.
Come on, roll over a 2. Thank you. 17 plus 3 is 20.
20. Okay, that's way better. I'm gonna see if these gentlemen get... Oh, actually, no. It'll just be against their AC. Okay, fine. You just like... basically fucking run up to them with the table. And pretty much just like body slam 3 of them with the fucking table. Forcing them to make reflex saves to see if they get knocked prone. It's a 7, that's a fail. 9, that's a fail. And 11, that's a success. Okay. So, these 2 boys both get knocked prone. This one manages to nimbly hop away from you as you basically slam the table into them. Unfortunately, improvised weapons do not do a lot of damage, Letty.
No.
It's going to be D4 plus your strength modifier.
That's fine. I just want to disrupt them. That is a 3 total.
Okay, so it's 6 points of damage to both mages. Very nice. Anything else you're going to be doing?
Let's see. Bonus action.
That's your 2 attacks. So you've got a bonus action left, and you've used your...
Okay, this might be absolutely fucking retarded. I wonder if I can do this.
Oh, no.
Can I bring big things with me with Misty Step?
Ah, fuck you.
I'm sorry. I'm having to improvise because I'm fucking unarmed.
Misty Step, let's have a look. Misty Step says, briefly surrounded by silvery mist, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space. I'd say anything that you're holding, I guess, at the time.
Okay, I hold on to the table. I Misty Step up. I fucking body slam the rest of them with the table.
Okay. I'm just going to say I let it slide this time, but in the future you're not going to take things that fucking big with you when you Misty Step around.
Okay, that's fine.
I Misty Step the T-Rex out a window.
But just bear in mind, you'll be going with it.
It's fine.
Okay. The table that they were standing on is now, like, near the ceiling, and then fucking drops like a piano in a Looney Tunes cartoon, and just fucking smashes into these 2 guys that are already on the floor. Unfortunately, they can't get a huge amount of height in the room, you know, because the ceiling's only about 20 foot high, but it is enough to do some damage. It's D6 normally for falling damage, so roll a D6 for me, and your strength modifier to both of them.
Alright, D6. Oh, better roll. Oh, well. Plus my strength bonus is 3, so it's a total of 5.
5 points of damage to all 3 mages as you just kind of like... Actually, I'm assuming you actually angled this thing to hit the whole group.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to hit everybody.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
like chaos.
Okay, so you basically, these 2 guys were already prone to begin with, and they're like getting back onto their feet like, holy fucking shit, we just got hit by a table. And then they get hit by a fucking table. This guy was like, yeah, I managed to dodge the table, gets hit by a fucking table, and let me just check if the elf anything. Oof, that one's like fucking Neo, apparently. Pass. Only one of them fails, and the guy backsteps, he's like, haha! Oh shit! Fucking out the window that has been broken and just fucking falls to his doom. Poor elf.
Oops.
These 4 guys, prone, everybody's prone. That whole group is prone. You're prone, they're prone, everybody's prone. It's just a fucking prone bonanza.
Excellent.
Okay. Anything else you would like to do, you crazy bastard?
Nope, I'm done.
You're done. Okay, fantastic. Next up, we got the gentleman who's going to attempt to use a ring to teleport out. And his charisma saving through. Ooh, that's not bad, but unfortunately not good enough. DC. Okay, so that's him. Can't really do much of anything else at the moment. Hans, your turn. What are you gonna do? It's just an entire group of fucking elves basically got turned into bowling pins by your bugbear companion, all just like lying here like fucking Jonestown.
What's this lady doing?
This lady hasn't had her turn yet, actually. She's gonna come in soon, after you.
I'm going to attempt to blind her.
Oh, that's just mean.
She must make a 15 Constitution save.
Nope. Here suddenly curse. In elf, something about your extended lineage and your loins withering and not very nice things in general. Anything else you'd like to do?
Shank her in the kidneys with a steak knife.
No, I can't do that. I wiggle around a bit over here so I can help Nox.
Basically using the 4 stones for cover.
Yeah.
Okay, rampaging T-Rex is still rampaging T-Rex. Nox, your turn. You're missing quite a bit of blood at the moment.
Yes, I'm going to cast Banishment on her. On the
Stop bullying me! Okay, what, banishment, that's a, what, charisma save, or what is that?
Charisma save. She has to get over a 17.
Oof! That's fucking nasty. What does she roll? 12, and I think that was actually her dump stat. Let me just make sure quickly. Charisma 15, so it's plus 2. 14! So she fails.
Poof.
So she goes poof! Which particular plane are you sending her to?
I think it just sends her to a harmless demi plane. Unless she's native to a different plane, then I'll send her there instead.
Okay, so she basically, with a "You son of a bitch" in Elvish, which only 2 of you understand, just boop, disappears, and you guys hear pop as it rushes into the void where she was.
And it counts as she gets incapacitated, so it would remove all concentration effects.
Okay.
So the T-Rex, if that's
Nope.
a concentration spell. True Polymorph is in
No,
concentration?
that was one of the mages. Not
True polymorph is permanent.
also that.
No, I thought it was concentration.
Not
No.
normal polymorph is.
Hang on, I'll look it up on Roll20. No, it's concentration.
Is it? Okay, let me quickly make... I thought it was permanent.
I thought one of the mages cast that anyway, not her.
You know, one of the mages did, but I need to make it make the roll if it's...
I thought it was
Yeah, because I've
damage.
hit the mages like twice.
Oh, yeah,
Yes, you are
concentration.
actually correct. You are 100% correct. Let me just quickly roll that. So it's going to be 2 instance of damage. The first one, DC 10, passes. Second one, DC 10. Oh, fuck you, dice. So that's a 2.
Oh, shit.
So this reverts back to tablespoon. Boop. Yay! No more. Okay. Very nice.
Yay, my fucking insane fucking bull rush with stupidity work again.
Nice. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do, Nox?
That's it for me for now.
Nox is like, yeah, my work here's done. This bitch is another plane of existence. Banishment, does she get to make a save or anything?
No, I think. Let me just double check though.
Oh, I think she's like
It's
completely
concentration,
fucking.
right?
Yeah, it's concentration.
Go get it.
I'm behind this table over here. You know what?
Okay.
Actually, can I still move?
Yeah, you still have your movement left.
I'll move over here.
Okay,
Get
you
further
basically.
away.
Okay, you basically go that side. Okay, leaving Cole with a whole bunch of disgruntled mage people. Nox's turn is done. Sinners are all prone, so they're going to use half their movement to get pop, 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 pop. And wow, that's loud. Scroll down there a little bit, just to
Some
the
darkest
table.
dungeon going on.
Damn right. Okay. This one's going to circle around behind you, Liddy.
Okay.
This one's going to get up, move over there. This one's going to get up, move over there. And... all of them are going to drop their bows and draw their long swords.
Oh no, you're gonna stab me. Not my kidneys.
They're going to stab you.
Consequences for my actions? Not in my D&D.
Actually, they only have half movement. You use half
I know.
to get up.
I know.
So actually, that's all they're going to do.
It's a fucking joke.
No. I was just like thinking, okay, that's all they're going to do in their turn. And... you kind of fucked up their plans now. Lauren, your turn.
Well, I'm still stuck in the force cage, so I've cast Mage Armor on the boss. I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself, and basically, just the second this force cage drops, I'm waiting for that bitch to come back, because, well, you know, bad things will happen to her. Yes, I wish to discuss with her the intricacies of dinnerware at...
You have 2 mages at your feet, third one further away on it. Well, I guess all of you are technically at your feet because you're all prone.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 mages still on the ground, 4 very angry ladies with swords around you. They all look like next turn they're going to make some renovations to your body. What would you like to do?
Oh, okay. It's my turn?
It's your turn.
Well, first of all, I would like to get up.
Yep.
Oh, what's next? Oh boy, I wasn't even thinking of what to do. Sorry.
It's fine.
Okay, yeah. They're gonna try and skewer me anyway, so I'm just gonna use Multi Sheer Waste because I have so low AC anyway.
Disarm them by ripping somebody's arm off.
Actually, no, that'd probably be a bit of a waste. I'm gonna. How many creatures is that? +1 creature. There's 4 sword ladies, correct?
Yep. Yeah.
I'm going to cast Bane as at 2nd level, so that's 4 creatures, and so all of them needs to make a Charisma saving throw.
All right. I don't have very high charisma, so it should go well for them. Right page. The charismas. They only have +1 to their charisma, so that's fail. What's the DC?
My DC spells save DC is 13.
Fail. That's a 14, that's a pass, and that 20, it's a pass. So, this one and this one both fail, and the 2 furthest away from you both succeed.
Alright, the ones that failed, subtract 1d4 from next attack roll, or...
Okay. It's really briefy. Right, anything else you'd like to...
I have a bonus action, but I can't use spells for that. Bonus action. What to do with a bonus action? Fuck it. I'm just gonna pick up a table or something. Not a table this time. A chair or something, and just something to fend them off.
Why not pick up one of the mages?
Well, that would be a grapple, and I don't have an action anymore.
Okay, so you just pick up a chair.
But they're prone. You just pick him up by his ankle.
Well, I'd love to, but again, I think that's a grapple. I mean, if I could do that, I would.
It is indeed.
That's still a grapple. I mean, it's still a person, unlike a chair, which is an inanimate object who doesn't absolutely at all doesn't resist me picking.
Cristiano is going to try and use the next charge on his ring to see if he can get out with a charisma saving throw. Ah! Rolls a 7. Get out. Still stays there. You're muttering about something about cutting the fucking tribes out of the shitty mage who enchanted the ring with teleport. It's not fucking working. Hans! Your turn.
Hello, it is I, Hans.
It is you, Hans. God damn that banishment has really fucked me. You just ruined it. Changed the whole campaign now. Listen, what are we doing?
How wide an area would this be?
This across about 20-25.
Can I put like a fireball here so it doesn't get coal?
I'd say you could probably detonate it outside of the windows. The blast would be a little bit weaker because it'll have to shatter most of the windows here. But you'd be able to do it without fucking coal up in the process.
No, if I see him like looking at me, if I see
blast would fly towards them. So
yes, I know, but at least he wouldn't be incinerated by magical fire.
No, if Hans is looking at me, like, and I've noticed him doing something, I just like fucking put my hand up, like put a thumb out, just fucking do it.
I mean, if you're giving me like carte blanche to do anything,
do it, faggot. I have 4, like, as long as I don't die of it, it'll be.
You're the ancient bugbear war cry.
I could do something that totally isn't fireball.
Do it. Do it, faggot. I know you want to.
Oh, and what do I want to do?
Super fireball.
No, Letty. What could I possibly want to do more than fireball?
T-Rex?
Maybe.
Do whatever. Do
Yeah.
whatever you want.
I
It's your turn.
cast polymorph on Cole.
Is polymorph top
It-
or
It's
is it
60
range?
foot.
Okay, Cole. What form is
God,
Cole?
they're right on top of him.
Let's call the T-Rex.
Am I?
I don't know. Hippo? Is
Yes.
he a T-Rex? Okay, Blomp.
Well,
Oh,
two majors
what's-
right out the bat that are.
There's two mages in front of you that are prone.
Amazing.
They look really, really tasty. Is there anything else Hans would like to do?
Take cover behind a table.
Okay, Hans down. Right, Nox, your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna try to shoot this guy and this guy out the window.
Okay, make your attack rolls for me, please. Let's see if we can hit these boys.
Ooh, 2 and then natural 20.
Oh, nice.
So,
2 is a miss.
11.
Natural 20 is going to be a hit. I'm not even going to make you roll for damage because this guy's going to be like, you aim for this guy or this guy.
The mage, because the first one was for the archer.
Yeah, he's just like, whoop, and you hear, son of a, somebody goes out the window and you hear a despairing scream come from outside. Let's see if this boy can save himself on the way down. No, he cannot.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. Brexit.
Yep, Tyrannosaurus
Sucks.
bricks it. Okay, anything else you'd like to do, Nox?
I'm gonna go prone.
Jesus, where is that going?
Okay, you just hit the ground.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Disadvantage.
Tyrannosaurus, Liddy... No, not yet. Snipers! Snipers are like, shit, we were gonna fight an unarmed bugbear. I didn't fucking sign up for this.
Oh, as I turn him into a T-Rex. See, look, I can do it too, asshole.
This elf and this elf are both just like, shit. And you kind of fucking took their ride out already as well, so they can't even leave. You see one of them kind of do like the fuck it gesture and like sheath her sword, take out a bow, and like start running in that direction. Starts running in that direction. What's the Tyrannosaurus' reach? It's huge, right? So it's like 20 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so these two fuckers are staying exactly where they are because they're gonna get... Actually, no, this one's gonna disengage, run backwards, disengage, run backwards. These two ladies are both gonna fire at you. Tyrannosaurus AC is 13. That's a fucking miss. And one hit. And you take a mighty... 8. 7. You take 10 points of damage as a single arrow thunks pathetically into your scaly hide, serving as nothing more than to enrage you. Missed at 136 hit points.
Yes.
Okay. That is the snipers. The mages are going to get up. Both look at the dinosaur and both look at each other and they're like, oh, not this shit again.
Can I, if I may ask a stupid question, when he got transformed into a T-Rex, wouldn't that sudden change in size, because he was basically right in front of those mages, wouldn't that have, like, wouldn't they have had to make some kind of save to move out of the way of the suddenly huge dinosaur claws and toes digging in?
Probably would have, avoided it.
They avoided the gradual,
Okay.
shift. It's not like poof,
Okay.
instant dinosaur.
No, I'm just trying to picture when he
Plus-
grew. What did they?
Yeah,
This
probably dogs.
this one's going to Misty Step. And is then going to start running over there. This one's going to Misty Step. Or it's running over there. Because they need to actually still try and accomplish their objective. Oh. And... Yep, that's gonna be them. That's gonna be their turn. That's all they're going to do. Laura, your turn. See through the
a
shield,
stupid
2 mages
question.
obviously approaching you.
Okay, and are they on the table now? Or
Well, they're
while the
going
table's
around
on
the,
its side?
around the table, let I put it that way, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, okay, I'm readying. If they stick a hand or something comes inside this force cage, bad shit's gonna happen to it.
Alright. Works for me.
Alright. My turn.
And I also, just before I call out to Hans and Nox, and I tell them both, guys, it's on you, I'm stuck inside here. And those are my last 2 bardic inspirations, but they are inspired.
You can't inspire 2 of us,
You
can
can
you?
only do
Barely,
one.
it's very muffled, but...
You can only do one inspiration at a time.
Okay, well, Hans will get it first, and Nox will get it next time.
Okay.
Alright.
100%. Yes, it's your turn, Tyrannosaurus lady, goddammit.
So these guys just ran like 60 feet away from me, correct?
Yep.
I'm gonna run
they still-
50 feet, and then with my 10-foot reach, bite one of them and slap the other.
I can't believe you've done this! Just let the villains do their plan!
No!
What is the attack roll on that bad boy? Plus 10, right? So how much did you roll?
Yeah,
to hit?
something like ridiculous like that. Yeah, it's a plus. So that is a 25.
Yeah, that's a hit.
So he's bitten, and that's a 20.
That's 20. That's also a hit.
So yeah, the one on the right.
roll-
Actually,
roll
no,
damage,
the
please.
one on the left gets bitten. So I grab. What is it? Sorry.
Yeah, it's grapple.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah,
so
it just
it's
grapples him. He doesn't even fucking get it. Like he gets an escape, but he doesn't get it yet.
Yeah. So he has disadvantage on dex saves, his speed becomes 0, and attacks against him have advantage.
Yeah,
And these
I
attacks also
bite
have
him.
disadvantage.
He's in my mouth. The
Yep.
one on the guy on the. I bite the guy on the right, and then I slap the guy on the left.
Roll damage for me for those 2 attacks.
Oh shit! What
So
is
it's
this thing?
4d12 plus 7.
Four
We make you-
d12. Yeah, I
Yeah.
need some 4d12.
I
I
will
don't
give you
even
some
have any
4d12s.
fucking d12.
Where's my
Oh wait, there's a.
So there's some rolls.
Alright, well, there's a. Let me just roll the first attack.
And the
There's
tail is
a 20 plus 7.
Yeah.
And the other one is a 3d8. The bite is the 4.
Yes.
And this other one is 14 plus 7.
7. Okay, the 21, 27 damage respectively, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, that is way more damage than I expected. This guy's stuck in your mouth.
No.
And this one is like currently just like trying to recover his balance from getting his shit slapped by a giant fucking meaty tree bowl, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, that is Tyrannosaurus Cole's turn. Gentleman's gonna try his 3rd and final charge on his ring to see whether or not he can get out of this godforsaken force cage. Yes, finally, Jesus Christ. Whoop. Lauren, you and him pop out of the cage. Finally able to get out and make a charisma saving throw worth fucking them. Okay, that's pretty much his whole turn. Hans, your turn.
I take it I can't do any of my... No, right, I can only do my ready actions on my turn again.
Okay, Hans, what you do?
There's still this guy up on this mage up, yeah?
Yes, please stop. He's already dead.
Can I reach him with my with movement?
Yes, it should be.
I'm gonna go leeching. I'm gonna vampiric touch him. Let's say melee spell attack. 2b2b2. Oh, that's not good. That's 12.
Not quite enough.
Oh no.
Anything else? Is the melee touch attack or is the spell touch attack?
Melee touch.
Oh.
No, that's it.
Okay. Let's have a look here. It's a melee spell attack, Hippo.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah. Even with my +8 spell attack, it doesn't do anything.
Oh.
Alright.
Okay. Oh, that explains everything. Nox, your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna stand up,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts at this mage.
Why? Okay, make your attack roll.
Uh, 27 and 24.
That's a hit. Roll them 2d10s for me.
Oof. 16.
In total?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. 16 points of damage. That made severely injured at this point, having been thoroughly roasted by your blast of hellfire, tail slapped, body slammed, and just generally just not having a very good time. He's all swaying on his feet from his injuries at this point. Right.
And then I'm gonna get prone again.
You're gonna get prone again. Top of the initiative order. We got the snipers, who all like spread out neatly to like try and not get eaten by the dinosaur, and now the dinosaur just kind of like ran over and is like savaging their transport. All 4 of them are going to take pot shots at you, Liddy.
Okay.
Try and just get the mage out. Wow, that is the most god-awful attack rolls I've seen.
1, 4, 2, 2.
Yeah, so it's just like a flight of arrows just goes winging past you, all slamming into your scales, just skittering off. Their aim not being as steady as it could be, because they're just seeing like their ambush prize attack get absolutely fucking hammered into oblivion by a bunch of people who aren't even armed. And they're just like, oh shit.
My reaction is basically numb with a question mark.
Pretty much. Lauren, you're now outside the bubble. What would you like to do?
Oh no, die.
Lauren? Okay, just...
Okay. Let's see. Now that I am free from Le Force Cage, he's closest, but my buddies have sort of like taking good care of him. That archer over there, I'm assuming, has got a clear line of sight on me and everybody. So that's my last 4th level spell, Magic Missile at 4th level, so that's 60.
Magic Missile, you say? Alright. Okay, so how many darts is that? It's 1d4 plus 1 force damage, right? So it's 3 glowing darts, and 2nd level spell is another 1, 3rd level spell, 1 more, and a 4th level spell, yeah, so 6.
Yeah, 66. That's a total of 21.
64.
My 2d6 3 times. 64, yeah.
Alright, 21 points of damage to the archer. Thump, 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 thump. Slams into her, staggers to one knee, but manages to push herself back to her feet. She looks severely knackered at the moment. Anything else you'd like to do? Bonus action? Or movement?
I'm just gonna move that I keep myself between that mage and that archer, so they don't have a clear shot at my boss.
Okay. That seems cool. Right. Cole. Tyrannosaurus Cole, what would you like to do?
Can I just... I chomp, obviously, on the guy who I have in my mouth.
Actually, hold on, I need to make a check for him at his turn. Completely
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, never mind, I rolled a 2. Never mind, continue!
Okay, never mind. I continue to try.
Just make a damage roll for me.
Oh, yeah, I already did. That's a... Well, not a very great one, but that's a 19 plus, which is an amount.
You're you're still like looking back questioningly at the archers, like, huh? Like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? And you're like absent-mindedly just tense your muscles in your jaw a little bit, and just like fucking bite him in half, like his legs go falling to the ground, just trailing loops of entrail. And yeah, he's definitively fucking dead.
And then I like, well, he's dead. Bite. Then I like precision smack the fucking mage.
Daintily step over and just like baseball bat him with your tail. Make a attack roll for me.
Alright, that's a 14 plus 10, so 20.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
The damage?
The damage is... We have 22 plus 7. I rolled
Yeah,
fucking high. Jesus Christ, that's an 8, 8, and 6.
Yeah, you fucking slam him so hard that he goes flying out of the windows, splattering a little bit as he goes through them. Not so much opening them as the glass just breaking out of the frame as he goes out. Okay. Anything else?
3, and I roar. And oh, I still have a movement. I'm like, stomp.
Okay. For elves. This is gonna turn into like fucking WMDs who can like get the biggest dinosaur every fight at this point. Fucking dick slapping his hands on his fucking other mages. Okay, so that's Cole's turn. Gentleman, Cristiano is righteously pissed off, unarmed, and not a mage, so unfortunately he's not going to be able to do a whole lot.
Is music here specifically your like Tyrannosaurus music or something?
No, why?
I don't know. I just like, was this like last time I was like fucking T-Rexing around?
It's possible. Anything is possible. I'll download more ambient combat tracks for you guys. Okay. He can't really do anything, so he's just kind of like gonna scurry over here to crouch down behind the forest dome to keep out of the archer's line of sight for now. And then Hans, your turn. Hans? Shit, Hans died. Okay.
Oh no, the Hans, yes.
Okay, we'll just pass him over for now. Nox, your turn.
Oh, on phone, but casting stuff. Well, what are you casting here?
Cast Fist.
I cast Fist.
Man, I can't believe you guys fucking demolished this fight. Jesus. Ray of Sickness on this elf.
The
What's
one that
DC
I
on
magic
save?
missed.
Okay, and you have to make a touch attack, right? Sickness, Constitution. Wow, and elves are known for their robust constitutions. Okay, wow, 19. That's pretty good. Okay, so it passes the Ray of Sickness, unfortunately. Anything else?
He was a lucky elf.
He's a lucky elf. Well, one of them had to be eventually, like with natural selection. Like, oh, fucking. Okay. Go back behind table. Okay, cool. Nox, what are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot this guy out the window.
Christ, I keep forgetting about that. Make it to Eldritch Blast for me. You'd think by now they would have fucking learned. But first they were like scared of the dinosaur, so they ran away from the dinosaur. But the problem is it's a fucking tower with windows all around it, so there's like no real place they can go without getting their asses slapped out of the window.
First
Fucking
one
hell.
26, the second one is 17.
Oh, fucking just roll for you disgusting bastard. They're just like, woo! Okay.
I'm gonna get I'm gonna get prone again.
Okay. It's like lay down behind the table for cover against the arrows and spells flying around. Ah, it's fucking disgusting. You disgust me. You know what? Fuck it. Elf's gonna use the dash action, whole ass for the stairs. Gonna use that dash action, whole ass for the stairs. Lady, I would just like to point out, even though I've done a bad job of it, you're kind of just like stomping through hordes of guests.
Oh yeah, I was gonna actually go ask it. How much is my collateral damage, right? Like,
we'll get to the cost
casualty.
of the collateral damage later.
Yeah,
And
that's fine.
how come the guests, given that these are all denizens of the underworld, why are none of them trying to body check those elves on the way to those stairs?
Because that
Surely
means
at
they
least
might.
one or two of them would have tried to fucking
Oh,
take
believe
one.
me, I checked to see if anybody would interrupt, but most of them have decided by the looks of the dice that they'd rather see if they can get a promotion out of this. You know, by their boss being dead.
Yeah, they're
Believe
currently
me.
on self-preservation mode and possibly promotion.
Pretty much. Okay, so those two fuckers are gonna run for the stairs, because they've had enough of this, because you already took their ride out of the fight. This guy's also gonna disengage a dash, fuck that. The rogues are like, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah.
Nox, Nance, who's left? Okay, that's them. Lauren,
Alright.
your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move there again so that I've got me between them. Can I see the elves at the stairs from there?
You can just see this one disappearing still downstairs still.
That is, isn't that the one that I magic missiled earlier?
It is indeed.
Yes, magic missile. This time is 3rd level, so it's only 5d.
Go for it. Good old magic missile, doesn't need to roll to hit. Sorry, how much is that? Sorry, I missed that too.
12. That's 14, and 5 is 19.
Okay, this elf's
Hopefully,
like...
I push her off her feet because if she's running downstairs, that impact's gonna hopefully blixen her forward into her buddies.
Oh no, there's no impact. You just fucking... She like turns around to like check behind her to make sure there's no goddamn dinosaurs chasing them. She's not really looking at you, and the fucking magic missile pretty much like takes her head off at like head height as she dips down to go down the stairs. Just splattering delicious elf cranberry juice all over the wall. That one is definitively dead.
I take it that was rain number 5 that did that, and not like rain number 1 where there's a chance that the other 4 might still hit the middle elf, maybe?
Unfortunately not. It was just enough damage to drop her. Okay. Cole, your turn. Anything you'd like to do?
Cole Rex doesn't care what happens to these people. Cole Rex is a fucking pain train. Cole Rex is that.
You just literally plow through the crowd, kicking up tables, scattering diners, and just uprooting a rather lovely table display that they built on one of the tables, you know, flowers.
Well, to be fair, don't I have the intelligence of a T-Rex as well, right?
Yes.
So I don't really care. I'm going on instinct. All I know is bad people.
Bad people.
And so I bite one of the, or if they're currently going downstairs, I'm gonna use my reach to just like reach down and bite on one of them. And do you have enough? Can I from that angle even sweep at the other?
I'd say just one attack at that angle.
Alright, I'm just gonna bite one of them.
Okay, make a attack roll for me.
That is 20.
That's a hit, so roll... No, actually, is that a hit? Hold on 2 seconds. Yes, it is a hit, AC 18.
Okay, that's 34 points of damage plus 7.
Goddamn, and that elf is grappled, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to extricate the survivors here, goddammit!
Okay, so can I also roll for intelligence to see if I am smart enough to know, not nom, just...
You have an intelligence of 2, so I'm gonna go no.
Oh, that's fine. So I'm just gonna continue nomming. That's fine.
You're just gonna be like, raw. Okay. Colosaurus Rex. Gentleman is going to start seeing that most of the threats are out. He's gonna start shouting commands at people, trying to get things organized, reestablish his hold on the crowd. Hans! Are you done with your conversation on the phone?
Hello.
Yes, what are you going to do?
If Hans runs as far as he can he seize the ones that's not grappled?
Unfortunately not. You're probably only going to be able to make it about here.
Ugh. Curses.
Curses!
So I can't dispel this thing at will, so I'm gonna continue rampaging until you...
If you want it gone.
Well, no. Well, you wouldn't... That would be up to, Hans's, like, judgment.
How fucked is the one in his mouth?
Injured, but not... He looks about as well as somebody can look that's currently stuck in the
I know
wall.
what I do. Can I see the top of the T-Rex?
No. The only reason he can see it is because he's so tall, or such a big creature.
Oh no, I was wondering if I could still just see the T-Rex, not the people.
Oh yeah, you can see the T-Rex.
Yeah, I missed you step on.
And you can see like a couple of legs sticking out of his mouth currently, like spaghetti that he's trying to slurp.
The T-Rex.
Okay, make a dexterity reflex save for me, please. Acrobatics, actually, sorry. Acrobatic skill check.
Roll well.
12.
12! Okay, he's not specifically trying to throw you off, so we'll say that that's enough. As you rock up on the back of the T-Rex. You're now standing on the back of a T-Rex.
And then I'm gonna cast, let's go for Toll the Dead on the one that's running. Must make a wisdom 15 save.
It's a fail because my dice rolls have been nothing but shit tonight. How much damage did you take?
Has it taken damage?
Yes. They all got table dropped earlier.
Oh, it takes a whopping 8 damage.
Ooh, boy.
8 necrotic damage.
8 necrotic damage. Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Is that you? Alrighty. Noxicals, what are you doing?
I'm gonna stand up, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna move this way as far as I can. Tell me when to stop.
Yeah. So you're going.
And then I'm gonna shout to Laloran, and ask him, "Can you tell me how to say, can you get naked and go limp for an hour in Elvish?"
Okay. I yell it back at him in Elvish.
Lauren,
I,
make
mean, I
a
try to
make
enunciate
intelligence-
it as clearly as possible.
Nox, make an intelligence check for me to see if you can
With
memorize the
distinctive
phrase.
pauses between each word.
Oh fuck! Natural 1.
You fucking ace it. You think you got that shit down, no problem. Like, you're gonna fucking
Alright,
own
got
this. You got it. Anything else you'd like to do?
Do I still have my action?
Yes, because you only used your movement, and let's just say free action is
Okay.
talking.
I'm gonna ready a suggestion for
Oh, boy.
when she comes back.
Okay. Sniper's turn. The one that's not inside Lady's mouth is going to disengage, fucking whole ass. The one inside his mouth is going to try and escape from his mouth. Oh, it's a DC 17 or something,
Yes.
right? That's a natural 1. At this point,
It
Sniper
actually
just-
impales itself on his teeth.
she like wiggles, raggles, wiggles, struggles for life's dear, like hold. Realizes that she's not going anywhere, and then just fucking goes limp inside your mouth. Okay, that is their turn. Your turn.
Okay, I'm readying an action because I know that she's coming back soon.
Yeah.
When she does, I move there so that I'll be right next to her when she goes, and as soon as she pops back into existence, I'm going to grab her.
Okay, gonna attempt to grapple her.
Yeah,
Okay, makes sense.
she's going to be blind when she comes back too.
No,
No, she be. Cole, Lysaurus Rex. I'm assuming you initiate chew.
Initiate a chew.exe.
Pretty much, yeah, you fucking turn it into ground beef. Okay.
Okay. Can I fit through the stairs?
Through what? Through the stairs?
Like
Yeah,
down the stairs. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you
just gonna
can-
fucking go after the other one. Nom. Gotta go with this fucking nom turn.
you go for a wonderful ride down the stairs, Hippo, as the fucking T-Rex goes chasing after the last elf.
Am I in range of tail swipe?
Not quite.
Oh no.
Disengage dash 60. Actually, it's more than 60 feet. It's like almost 90 feet. No, you're not near, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
But it's
Well,
basically
I'm
50
gonna
feet.
chase until
Yeah.
I either lose my T-Rexness or until I realize that this nom is just too fast for me.
Okay, still good. Right,
Oh,
gentlemen, still gonna carry on trying to organize the rebuilding, reorder, capture effort hunts. You're on the T-Rex chasing an elf.
yeah.
You're doing a buddy cop movie where your buddy's a T-Rex. What would you like to do?
Can I see the running elf?
Oh yeah, you can see her in front of you. You're just not in melee range, so to speak.
Ray of sickness. Constitution
Okay.
15 save.
I'm sure I'll ace the save like I did the previous one. Oh, natural 20!
Oh,
That's the only 2 saves of it all tonight that have been good. Anything else?
no.
Is that it? Okay. Excellent. Right. Okay, I'm gonna break from combat here for the time being. Nox.
Wait, isn't Ray of Sickness both a spell attack and a save?
Oh, it's
Oh,
true,
yeah,
isn't it?
Ray of Sickening
So, yeah,
Green,
for not reading
blah,
the
blah, blah,
fucking
blah,
thing.
blah. Make a rend spell attack against the target on a hit and makes...
Well, regardless, she passed on in that 20 against save, so it's fine.
Yeah, so she isn't poisoned, but she can still take the damage
How much damage is
if it
Well,
hits.
I rolled 19.
19 is enough to hit. They have an AC of 18. And how much is the damage?
2d8.
Nice.
5.
5. Okay, excellent. 5. No problem. Okay, Nox. When do you want to drop your banish?
I'm gonna tell everyone I'm gonna tell the boss basically to tell everyone that elves are tricky with the charm effects. So
Yeah.
I know exactly what I want to say, but just be prepared to grab her if it doesn't work.
You see him like nod and then like point into the crowd, like you, like getting some more people to come and basically get ready to dogpile her whenever she pops out.
Well, the nice thing is as well, I can counter charm using my action to give advantage on saving throws against being charmed.
Okay, when do you drop the spell, Nox?
I'm just gonna let it run out after the minute, and then
Okay.
when everyone's ready, I'm gonna say now, right before it happens. And I'm
Okay.
gonna cast my suggestion and say the words perfectly.
So you hear the word now, and you guys hear a boop as
And she's
the
grappled.
elf reappears. Cast your commands, your suggestion spell in for me.
I cast it saying, though, can you get naked and then go limp for an hour in Elvish? Exactly the way I learned how to say it.
Hold on, I'm just quickly looking at the Tolkien Elven translation here. So how you would bamboozle that.
Exactly what Tolkien thought his language would be used for.
I wonder,
Okay.
wonder what it is. Like, your mother is a potato.
Oh, my Google search history sometimes, I wonder what people think. Like, the Google Analytics just look at my shit and they're like, what the fuck?
They're probably,
Why
he's
is he
DM.
googling improvised weapons? Why is he looking for naked elves? What's going on here?
What?
Exactly. Huh. Okay. Let me just roll her save. What's the DC on the suggestion?
17, wisdom save.
2! You see her sit down, take off her boots, put one on top of her head. She kind of like looks at you guys like uncomprehendingly, a little bit glassy-eyed from the suggestion spell. Okay, cool. The elf is really dodgy. She can cover like 70, 105 foot around. Like trying to stay out of your reach. Are you going to
Like,
carry on
at best,
chasing, or
I
are you
can
going to let her go?
I can dash, I guess? But that's 100 feet? So
Yeah.
I assume she's just, like, getting out of our reach.
Yeah,
slowly.
she's slowly like closing the gap to get away from you. You just gonna let her go, or are you gonna try and keep chasing her down?
Well, I am P-Brain, so I'll continue chasing her down until I can't see her anymore and then stop.
She's gonna like basically run outside, dive off the side of the island into the bay and disappear, leaving you stomping around the parking lot as a giant lizard, kicking over
Roar.
carriages, roaring, and generally being you.
Yeah,
All right.
looking for more nom.
You need to be playing the theme to Jurassic Park in the background there.
I could definitely do. That's the thing I could definitely do.
I wonder why Hans isn't drafted. Oh well, I'm gonna be T-Rex.
I'm happily enjoying the ride.
Fucking goddamn flexing on all of these people. Fucking riding a T-Rex.
Flexing on all the people you say. There you go. Are you happy now?
Can't hear anything.
It's starting slowly.
There we go. Because, you know, he's doing the majestic roaring.
Are you happy now, Liddy?
Of course.
Okay. So, out of combat.
So,
you have captured an elf.
so
Up in the-
Lauren would know what I said, by the way, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Lauren is like, he definitely understood.
Absolutely.
You guys just hear like mad cackling coming from outside, and the occasional like scream and crunch as a carriage gets fucking stomped by a T-Rex.
Also roar. Don't forget the roar.
With the occasional like window shattering roar. Gentleman Cristiano looks over at you guys like, gentlemen, while I'm exceedingly pleased that you've saved the evening, is he going to stop the property damage anytime soon?
That's up to the guy riding on top of him, boss.
In the poncho.
Mhm.
Okay.
I can't. No, never mind.
I dropped the polymorph.
And just as the music hits its crescendo,
Oh my fucking god, it's a spider! What the fuck?
okay. So out of combat. So what now? Is she gonna stay like this? Questioner. Like looks at you guys. Also, can one of you get Cujo out of the bubble? You see Cujo's like inside, just like an angry ball of rage.
I can't do that. I used all my. I'm pretty worn out.
I
After.
can try and dispel it again, but I'll give it a bash, and I try and dispel the force cage around Cujo again.
You
I
see
have-
the spell actually sheds the spell like water, and you realize it's actually undispellable. One of those
No,
things difficult to that kind of magic.
We don't have the ability to dispel it. We'll probably need to get somebody from the Archmages.
I mean, if we like wait an hour, I could try to teleport him out.
Oh, do I have memory of my Tyrannosaurus adventure?
Kind of. You ever seen like the Team Fortress like? No, actually, like Meet the Spy. Meet the Pyro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That was pretty much you.
Oh, okay.
You just
I was
like
gonna-
wonderful candy wonderland that you were romping through.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like start like going back.
Also,
So
your
what
mouth
happened?
tastes kinda
What
funny.
happened to Hans since he dropped it? Did he just fucking like fall on top of me or something?
Pretty much.
Okay, I'm just gonna dust myself off. I'm gonna start heading back, see what the fuck's going.
Poncho looking.
I'm gonna whisper over to Laura and ask him what I said for her to do.
I whisper back at him where he went wrong.
Basically
what-
explains to you about how you mispronounce the get naked for, take your shoes off and put one of them on your head.
But did I
And
still
the-
say the get limp or no?
Not so much. You told it to pretend to be a potted plant.
Okay, that's okay.
So she's doing her best impression of just, being a leaf.
Alright, I'll tell the boss that she's gonna be like that for an hour. So do what you will, get her into a like protected place in that time for interrogation.
You
Come
know,
with
like a
everyone.
jail, but for mages. It's look like magic.
Guys come slowly up the stairs, surveying the destruction.
Oh,
Liddy
I'm-
having basically like just wrecked.
What happened here? It looks like shit.
You just see everybody in the room kind of like look at you, and the people near you just do it like a step or two backwards away from you.
You made quite the impression on them. Literally.
Well, I
in
mean,
some
I
cases.
am a bugbear.
Yeah, I sort of point to some of the people that have been flattened by his mighty footsteps as he ran.
Yeah,
Quite
Cole, you can see
literally
like the
in one or
lovely
two-
tiles in the room have got very large three-toed clawed feet impressions on them.
Wait, did I even see the T-Rex getting dispelled? The first one, their anime one.
No,
Oh well, I'm just like, it looks like that T-Rex that they had did some damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
it-
loads of
it-
damage.
it-
You see, comrade, when you hold T-Rex like this, you bite very accurate for fear of biting finger. Yeah, that's pretty much you. Basically, Cristiano starts organizing the relief for those that were injured, grouping, organizing people, and very soon the building and the room is awash with.
Oh yes, I
very heavy
forgot.
armed
I'm
gentlemen.
paladin. Let me try and heal the wound. I forgot I have the magics.
For some reason, the people you try to heal all violently flinch away from you whenever you try to apply some healing, even more so than you would expect at giving your bugbear form. Everybody
Well,
seems
I'll
to be
heal the
irrationally
ones
scared
that are
of you.
unconscious. That way that they cannot flinch from me initially.
Like, they all seem to be violently scared of you for some damn reason.
God damn. I mumbled to myself, God damn, this fucking people are so racist.
In due
Do
time,
you believe in magic?
special people summoned, mages hogtied, blindfolded.
Oh, I'm gonna gather some blood from one of the corpses.
Yes.
A vial of it.
Okay. Get a little bit of a weird arch look from Cristiano, but doesn't say anything. Walks over to the lot of you, beckons you closer. In the view of this evening, I think we should accelerate our plans for our little party that we have planned for them. I see that you seem to have taken extra steps to piss them off, judging by their little stuff of work.
In our defense, they did attack first last.
Oh, no. I mean, they're definitely assholes. I just didn't really expect dinosaurs tramping around the place. And he kind of just like looks at the floor that's been absolutely fucking crushed, all the tiles shattered by two rampaging dinosaurs. Looks at the windows that, Nox pretty much systematically knocked out via medium of person. Like tables
The
flipped over,
expensive
arrows
one.
in walls. Like fucking bloodstains. Like looks like somebody used a high pressure hose full of gore to like spray the walls and floors. I just had this place built. Oh well.
Do apologize, sir, but on the plus side, anybody who had any plans or designs on promotion, I do suspect will have had their mind quite thoroughly changed after tonight.
Oh no. You misunderstood. Seeing as there were only 4 of you who took any action this evening to safeguard my person, there will of course be taken into consideration at the next annual budget meeting. I am thoroughly of the opinion that were I to send your friend Cole to have a chat with them, that they would be most cooperative in any future endeavor. Gents, it's been a pleasure. Well, I suppose it really wasn't, but you know what I mean. Everybody seems to have got through it relatively unscathed. Except for you, Nox, you should probably get yourself. I'm going to go tie up a few loose ends, question our new friend, see what we can find. If we find anything, I'll let you know. In the meantime, I suggest you gentlemen prepare for your journey. Cole, I sent word to the blacksmith. You need to go down tomorrow to go get your measurements done
Alright.
for your armor. I'd like you gentlemen on the road before the end of the week, if all possible.
Shouldn't be a problem, sir.
Excellent.
We will start making preparations in the morning. Are any of the bodies that are there sort of intact enough that I can find another one of those scraps of skin with that tattoo on it and those withers? Can you see if there are enough of them that left for us to find any numbers?
Oh yeah, the T-Rex generally, like, the one guy got bisected by the waistline, so he should be able to get a bit of arm off of him at least.
We're going to need to go and visit our buddy and have a new map made, and this time I wanted to be able to pinpoint those elves and the wizards.
Okay. The wizards two tattoos are the ones that haven't been, didn't fall out the windows. First one is just 047. Second one is 117.
Oh, we in the hundreds now.
Damn.
Well, we were in the triple digits last time. As long as it doesn't start with the 2, I'm not too worried. Or have before digits. Then I'll shit my fucking pants.
Oh no, it's very hard to make that many clones.
Oh
But
yes,
not
that's why I
impossible.
was so terrified.
For
Well, I
now,
would be.
yeah. It gives you the address of the armorer lady to go see in the morning.
Right.
Releases. Okay, you guys already know where your funds are going to be. And with that, the party comes to an end. Four of you leave the building, step outside, to spot the weeping footman that conveyed you to the party this morning. Sitting looking at matchsticks that were his cart. Well, his shit. I just completely forgot the word for
Carriage.
carriage.
Carriage?
Thank you. My brain went potato.
Potato.
Potato, sitting there weeping, watching the ruins of his carriage, which has a very large three-toed foot embedded neatly in between the two axles. One wheel lying forlornly over in the distance, the other one in the ground, the other one broken off, and two terrified horses, both having completely left the carriage behind. He looks up at you guys, looks at you, Lorne. Unfortunately, sir, I won't be able to convey you to your home this evening. My apologies.
Fully understood, my good man, and I give him 10 gold pieces. Please take this. It's not much, but hopefully it is a small recompense to help you replace the damage, the property we have.
Wait, that was you?
Wait, that was us? No, wasn't that their T-Rex? I'm kind of surprised it went all the way outside.
It may have been them, but we were involved fighting them, so I do feel somewhat responsible for
Oh yes, I see. You feel this thing that you people call empathy?
Yes.
Aren't you part elf? Don't you not have that?
I'm also part human.
Oh, okay. Yes, that makes sense.
I do tend to also feel bad for the little guy. He did do a good job bringing us here.
Oh,
The
yes.
least we can do is try and make it up.
I forgot to tip him. I keep forgetting. And I also give him like 10.
He's like looking at the money, like, yay, but on the other hand, boo. Like,
Oh,
carriage.
What does a carriage cost to replace?
Carriage like he had, they're quite expensive.
How much is quite expensive?
They're like how many 100 PO pieces? Here we go, look in my fucking mounts and vehicle sections of the D20 Compendium, you dickheads.
oh well. I need to go home. I might need to go back to a tailor at some point and get me a new suit. Because I assume my suit has new holes.
Oh yeah, your suit's like pretty.
And
your
blood.
suit's less of a suit and more of a very expensive rag at this point. It's about 250
Oh, well.
GP.
I tell him, come by and see me in the morning. You remember my address, yes?
Yes, sir.
Come by tomorrow morning bright and early and come and see me.
Oh, okay. I won't be able to... Okay. Okay, so you gentlemen are done for the evening. Is there anything you'd like to do before heading home?
Nope.
Right.
Nope.
And with that, party retires.
Cool. I have my bits and pieces for Myriad.
You have your bits and bobs. Next
Yeah.
week, we'll pick up from here.
Also, after I get back to Skank McGank's little hole in the ground, I warn him about some tricksy elves, and so to set up some kind of defense. And I'll give him like a fucking bag of gold or something. Like, I don't know why. I don't think he's gonna actually use it for anything to buy anything. He's probably just gonna try and snort it or something.
Get him more paprika.
Oh,
But-
this is Skank Pagank, not the other guy.
Sure.
Ah,
This is one of my friends,
Acquaintances, contacts.
acquaintances. Yeah, he's pretty much just like goblin in the Lusk Ruins, just growing mushrooms, both of the eating kind and the totally legitimate kind for mind expansion.
Of course.
of course.
All right. So this is where we'll end for the evening. Kind of annoyed because I had a
Don't be.
whole quest line planned where like the enemies abducted, Cristiano and like the epic hunt for vengeance along with fucking Cujo and you guys just completely fucking flattened a challenge that was like 7 or 8 times the CR level that it was supposed to be. You
So does that
thoroughly
mean that means a shit ton of XP?
Yeah.
That means
Technically,
enough XP to level up.
technically, but we'll see. We'll see.
But-
Maybe.
But
More XP.
Rex.
I mean, that was
And-
pretty good. I don't know. Tell you what, let me flip a dice because I'm tempted to, but at the same time, you guys haven't been level 7 for very long. Roll this. Okay, so I guess you guys leveled to level 8.
Well, we were level 8.
Yeah,
so
we're level 8.
level
already.
9.
Oh, where are you guys
Ah,
level 8? Oh,
ah,
fuck.
level 9.
Level 9? No. No.
Too late. You rolled. You. No,
I
that
mean, he's allowed to do
Fine,
whatever.
you guys have bullied the poor DM into like
Yay!
Yo,
giving
DM,
you a bunch
give
of
us stuff.
XP. Oh, fine. You guys can all level to level 9.
Yay!
Yeah, that's what you get.
Alright.
Terrible people.
That's what you get when you think you throw deadly encounters at us.
It was not a diddly encounter, I'll have you know.
I don't know, they cast level 9 spells.
To put this in perspective, the XP budget with Cobalt Fight Club for a deadly encounter for a group of 4 level 8 players is 8,400 XP. You guys kill 24,400 XP worth of things.
That's 2 levels. That's almost 2 levels.
Triple deadly encounter.
Triple the encounter strength. Because it was supposed to be, originally how I designed it was going to be force cage the 2 targets that they wanted. Archers maybe get a sneak attack off the start of the round to drop somebody, but luckily you guys spotted that. Mage literally grabbed the dude, teleport out. Problem came in, banishment nuked the person that had the teleport spell, so they couldn't do that. Then I thought, okay, right, we could use the 2 other mages, upcast sleep to like level 7 or 8 to basically put Leloran and Cristiano down so that they could then grab them and get the fuck out with lower level teleport spell. But unfortunately T-Rex happened, so that didn't fucking go as planned. And then of course I didn't really account for the fact, I forgot about the fact that What's-His-Face has the repel thing on the Eldritch Blast and just fucking tossed them out the window, so that was a cock-up. And then when they tried to spread it out from the fucking table slam and then subsequent T-Rex rampage, because it's a round tower, the other thing I didn't think about is the fact that there's pretty much windows all around, and the Eldritch Blast of 2 hit can toss you 20 feet. So... yeah, so that's the thing. So you guys like fucking wrecked that encounter, mostly because you used the terrain to your advantage like really well.
Table.
That was disgusting. Disgusting! You filthy
Sickening.
bastards. Sickening. Utterly sickening. But yeah, so you basically wrecked a 3 times over deadly encounter. Unarmed.
Yeet. Unarmed, yes, that's true.
Fucking disgusting. It's like...
Imagine they had magic weapons.
Yeah, the thing that's actually now that is funny though is because that mage specifically, you guys have killed so many various incarnations of him at this point. Like, he really thought, like, he was gonna be like, nyaha, like, toss a T-Rex at you fuckers. Like, you know, give you a bit of your own medicine. And then, of course, fucking Letty happened. So, you know. That's
Well,
the
to be
thing.
fair, I only tabled the hippo really happened, and then I turned to T-Rex.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, you actually forced the concentration check before that you even got to T-Rex mode.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, that is the table
So
I
yeah,
fucking
well,
loot shit that goddamn table on them.
it's like goddamn. So that's the thing. So yeah, congratulations. I'm gonna have to like go completely replan this entire fucking section of the campaign now. It's like goddamn it. I had it all planned, man. I had it all planned. Everybody have fun?
Oh,
That was
excellent. Well, I get
freaking
haste.
You get haste.
I,
Yes,
Oh,
I,
no.
proficiency
get, I
went up.
get my first 5th level spell.
Oh no.
Oh yes, so do I.
Oh, I get 3rd level spells. Yay.
Oh no. I am
What?
not
Yeah,
prepared.
listening
What
to you
was
guys
this? Oh no.
made me realize how poorly I D&D.
Why is that trashing?
They use the way they use their powers, like the force bolt, basically to push people out of windows on a tower. That's brilliant.
Filthy warlocks.
I learned it from Letty not doing it in the underground that one time, and I'm like, oh, I gotta use this.
Wait, what do you mean not use it? What?
Remember your like lightning thing? Was able to. Push
Oh
that
yeah, because I was trying to
while
put them out, but I never got the chance.
Yeah.
Oh man. Can't believe you guys fucking wrecked this encounter so hard. Jesus Christ. That is fucking ludicrous. Lady was such a massive fucking disruption. Like with that goddamn table and that reach, like
That was the plan. Was fucking charge the fucker. A group
You
of
don't-
mages and archers, the best thing to do is just fucking get in there.
No, sure, but the problem is you like the disruption was so bad, like the rogues never really got a chance to set up sneak attack again for the rest of the fight.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like you pretty much completely nullified their damage output, other than that first volley.
Oh no, we're getting invaded by some TNT peoples.